se revoltons. You know it's better if your boy Junior made it.
It's the money. It's the lifestyle. The cars.
You know it's valid if your boy Junior made it.
put them in their sleeping bags and we will send them back, and there will be no time for sorrow. We will grieve for them later.
Yeah. Man, fuck that shit. I'm to the motherfucking goal.
Okay, my cup muddy, I'm tipping buddy. Yo, bitch love me, I'm steady thugging. My mouthpiece stay on fucking. Player pimpin', I'm never dust. Shetty hoes, I'm never cut. Glock phone, I'm forever clutching. I'm unbothered, ain't stunning nothing. I'm trying to get like Warren Buffett. Hop inside of my ride, babe. Don't say shit and don't touch nothing. Can't hop inside of my ride, babe. If you ain't sucking or we ain't fucking. Her landlord buddy was a little dusty. Had no hustle and a little money. I'm player made and I'm far from ugly. Fresh as fuck, bitch, I am dusty. If her nails clean, might let her touch. If her house clean, might let her fuck. Lick on the clit a little bit, put talk in her ass. That's just a letter. I'm a hospitable nigga, but I gotta keep it pimpin' a little. Give me two bitches, weigh at least 160, and you can put me in the middle. I said no, that is not a facade. They don't show ain't no riddle. No, you see the shit that I drive? No, that is not no rental. Get depressed by the fuck nigga. What? I'm tickled. Get depressed by the couple bands. Fucking right, I'm triggered. Zero fucks, fucks given. I threw my feelings away like last night. 0 fucks given, nigga. Better make sure my cash right. 0 fucks given. Pretty sure I felt that way in my past life. 0 fucks given. I just might wake up tomorrow and catch me a flight. 0 fucks given. I got 0 fucks given. 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 I'm searching and I'm looking, nigga. I done checked both my motherfucking front pockets, nigga. They ain't bite. I ain't got a motherfucking fuck to give. That right? It's the motherfucking king, nigga. King gifted, nigga. Ain't shit changed but the motherfucking whips and the hips on your bitch. That part. Bouncing in your bitch spleen like a trampoline, nigga. You know what I mean. All that little slick shit, man. I peep that shit. You pussy niggas need to keep me out your motherfucking mentions. Don't tag me in another motherfucking thing, or it's gonna be holler when it rain. And I mean that, man. I'm a motherfucking player and I'm gonna goddamn carry myself as such. Let me hurry up and hang my motherfucking hat on this shit, man. Give it.
Yo, stop playing crazy. Stop playing crazy, nigga. Fuck they talking about forever. That boy Slick the ruler, Slick so simple, man. Triple E. Do what I do, nigga. SCMG the best, nigga. I mean, so Lando. Can't now nigga tell me that I'm not, nigga. I don't give a damn. Facts. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Dumb nigga. One of the greatest niggas. Memphis, what it do? West Orlando shit. Expired pussy. Yeah, that whole pussy thought out. Bitch, I'm in my city, young nigga. I'm finna pop out. So I had to get my phone across, nigga. Toussaint. Broke nigga talking about prove something. Ain't gotta prove shit. Cold crystal in a bottle full of Henny. Walking down the street strapped like a vigilante. I'm a real nigga. Real nigga understand me. Stop playing crazy, nigga. Pass me the fucking rim. I'm an immigrant. When I shoot, ain't nobody damn innocent. The car I made, nigga, bitch, you can't afford a tent. My car never ran. That little hoe you like, little homie, she a skank. Jank.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Set the ruler. Nigga talk shit, I'ma fuck around and do ya. You ain't got no life insurance, bitch, don't let me do ya. You ain't got no life insurance, bitch, don't let me do ya. Yeah, hey, Mr. Set the ruler. Nigga talk shit, I'ma fuck around and do ya. You ain't got no life insurance, bitch, don't let me do ya. You ain't got no life insurance, bitch, don't let me do ya. SCMG shit, nigga.
That boy Slick the ruler, Slick Social man.
A real nigga, R.I.P. Lil Dre, nigga. Nala Bingy. Gang, 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 gang. XCMG, man.
SCMG now, we better. My ex chick named Esther, she said I would run to be a stepper. Trapping in the weather, so I'm slicker than butter. Of course I'm a hustler. I've been busy, I've been working, I've been trapping. Turn that motion and shift into some progress. Here's weed and coke, that's just an object. 3 niggas around me, nigga, acting real suspect. Going green, big, bullet sharp like Brett. Man, I put that on the set, swear to God, it's a check. coastline. It's my time. Gang, 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 I'm gon' shine. Pay your car ride, baby girl, like Yu-Gi-Oh! So I spaced out myself, nigga, like a UFO. I'm sending shot at you, bitch, nigga, Geronimo. Sticks on sticks, nigga, bitch, like an audible. Whoever get hit, busted, nigga, I ain't liable. Nigga talking crazy, nigga, it's subliminal. Niggas pocket broke, nigga, bitch, he ain't compatible. Bald head, nigga, popping beers like I'm Stone Cold. Woo.
That red shit, man. Fit the rules, that ball just sir.
Gorilla. Dirty. I'm a little lean, a little perky. On my dog shit, run to the money. Kentucky Derby. I pull up in the skirt, you probably swerving. My white just Eddie Murphy. Pull up in the skirt, you probably swerving. Drunk as hell, slick, is you burning? Reefer, thick blunt, nigga, shit look like Queen Latifah. Smoking on Molly, y'all smoking Molly, nigga, call that shit Jetta Pinkett. I feel like Adolf, dropping Nate bomb. I got that AR, double barrel, nigga, assault all.
Yeah, in the stool, I'm sipping on that Jose Cuervo. OIP to take off. Bitch, I'm a boss, can't get laid off. Gotta keep grinding till this shit pay off. Got slick and ball on the track. You know it's a hit, little dog. It's a hit, little dog. And we don't give a fuck about no law. Hold up. Bitch, we them zoes. Hold up. We them zoes. We the pros. Fuck the hoes. Money, cars, and clothes. Man, that's all a nigga know. Niggas claiming they got motion, but I swear that shit don't show. To the fucking top. And that's where this song gon' hold. Say no more.
Have you dudes acting like a pope? Shit going, choppers out, nigga. Finding me more. My chain brown, pick star, nigga. Guess what, nigga? Lilo. Get a stick, find a dish. Boy, I guess he low. Shit me chain snatcher. Young nigga call me Debo. If a nigga won't be, guess what, nigga? My tolerance is 0.
Cold flow, so fucking cold. Shit below 0. Freeze a nigga, finish him like I'm Sub-Zero. I done hit the jackpot, bingo. Got more flavor than King Cole. And if a nigga want beef, I want miss like Shaq, we go.
And if you see the popo, you best to warn him, bro. Yeah. Nigga. Spit the ruler ball, just a shit, nigga. SCMG. Fuck you talking about? Gorilla shit.
When you're getting ready in the morning, when you're exercising, or when you just need a little boost.
Praise God, everybody. Come on, praise God, praise God, praise God, praise God. Come on, come on. Hey, I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to do me a huge, huge favor. So you're not gonna be able to talking to somebody. We gonna get fixed today. Just because it rubbed them the wrong way, just because it wreaked some havoc on their life, just because it caused them some pain, that the version of you that you are, God still knew that in all the stuff that would happen, that's still the best version of you he could create. And because you rubbed some people the wrong way, because you've gotten in trouble, maybe you even went to jail, because you lost a whole bunch of money, because you wreak havoc on the world, so now what you're doing is you're questioning if what God made you and how he made you is right. And listen to me very closely. I want to say this in Jesus' name as we get started. And no other human needs to co-sign it because no other human made you. And no other human needs to approve of it. Oh, come on. I just want to talk to somebody. And so you believe in God, but the challenge is you don't believe in the version of you that God created. And what I need you to do today moving forward, I need you to understand, even with the stuff that go wrong, that's still the best version of you that God can create. Even though things don't always work out the way you want it to work out, God did not make a mistake. And even though other people can't necessarily feel it, when God made you, he stepped back and said, that's good. Oh, I'm talking to somebody today. Your mama might not think it's good. Your daddy might not think it's good. Your wife might not think it's good. Your husband might not think it. Your kids may not think it's good. But when God made you, he stepped back on the sixth day and said, now that's good. Oh, I'm talking to somebody today. Give me a little volume. I need some volume. Listen to me. I'm talking to somebody today. As a matter of fact, when God made you, he didn't just say it was good. He rested from creation. When God made you, he said, I'm done. I'm through. You so dope that God didn't even make one like you. Oh, you might have missed that. I just told you, you so dope that when God made you, he didn't even make a duplicate. He didn't make another you. In the name of Jesus. And there are many of us, we're struggling because who we are don't fit right with some people we love. Who we are don't fit right with the society that we come from. And so now you're getting them confused with God. When God made me, he gave me a volume unlike most men. I have a volume. I got a bass. God turned all the tremble down. He gave me a bass. He gave me an energy that electrifies people, that gives people life. Oh, you missed what I just said. I just said that one of the gifts God gives man, he literally gave me his force. Y'all missed what I said. I need y'all to go home and some stuff. At some point, I need you to study who you are. I was asking God who I was, and he took me to Genesis, and he said, the gift I gave you is the one when and it was just and then I ain't give you all gifts, but I gave you the gift that when a person does not have life, when you open up your mouth and you speak to those people, whether it's a one-on-one, it's a group, whether it's 10,000 people, whether it's on YouTube, when you open up your mouth, son, it's the same power in Genesis when I said, and I will breathe my breath into their nostrils and give them life. You give life. And don't you ever let nothing turn you back from that. You give life, son. The problem is you know who God is, you don't know who you are. Hallelujah, praise God. Come on, I'm talking to somebody today, amen. I got a word, amen. Can we put priority up there? I got a word for you. I got a word, amen. I got a word, and God's, if you would just embrace this word, priority. Hallelujah, it's the word, amen. Praise God, priority. Say it with me. Priority. Come on, say it, priority. Priority. Come on, say it, priority. Priority. Come on, say it, priority. Priority. The right to take precedent or to proceed before others. Come on, say it with me. Priority. Come on, priority. Just stop, just read the definition on your own. Hear what thus saith the Lord to you right now. Hallelujah, praise God. Come on, I want you to read it. Can you put it back up? I want them to read it. And what is God saying to you right now? What is he saying right here? The right, the God-given right to take precedence. Oh, come on, I'm talking to somebody. I'm about to free your whole life up. Here's the problem. Many of you are where you are because your mama didn't take priority and you got a problem with that. That's why you're really still struggling to this day, because you've never been nobody's priority. Or the person that you wanted to be the priority, you weren't the priority to that person. Come on, now we're not playing victim today. We're not doing that. And here's what I mean. I have been the person who didn't make the person who was supposed to be the priority. So we're not doing no victim stuff today. No, I didn't make my mother a priority. And I put my friends first. And that's why I left home. We had beef. I didn't make my wife a priority. Amen. I didn't make my daughter. I never forget my daughter said to me, Dad, I love all the gifts, but you always gone on my birthday. Like, I want you here physically. I put work before my daughter. I made work a priority. So I'm not sitting here. Some of y'all want to go victim. Yeah, my dad, my mom. I'm saying not only was I not a priority to my daddy because he wasn't in my life, I turned around and wasn't a priority to other people. So don't you do that victim stuff up here like you'd always been the victim. No, you hurt somebody by not making the person in your life that was supposed to be the priority. Don't you do that. Don't you act like you're just always getting hurt. But the reason why some of us do that is because we weren't a priority. And when we were younger, I don't mean age, when I was a child. This is Paul as an adult saying when I was a child. He wasn't saying this when he was 13, 14. He's saying this, a man of God. He's saying, whoa, I realized that there was a time in my life, amen, that I spoke like a child. I act like a child. I understood like a child. We're not talking about the 13-year-old Eric. We're talking about the 21-year-old married Eric. When I was a child, I did not make my wife a priority. When I was a child, I didn't make my son a priority. When I was a child, I didn't make my daughter. When I was a child, I act like a child. I thought like a child. I behaved. But when I became. CJ said, E, bro, come on, bro. What's up, E? They about to give us 20 grand. This was when 20 grand was a lot for me. E, they about to give you 20 grand to speak. You can't tell the dentist to switch Jada's. I said, man, she getting her braces off and she don't really like the whole process and her daddy needs to be there, bro. I put stuff first before. I can't do it, see? I can't do it, see? I've always made my calling a priority, see? I've always made my gift to speak a priority. It's so important to me that I've always done that first. And the people that are closest to me, at times I put them second to my work. Tell them if they really want me. Tell them if they really want me. I gotta make sure you tell them that I'm not being negligent. Tell them I'm not, I ain't drunk and oversleeping. I'm not being trifling, as my grandma used to say. Tell them my baby girl got to get her braces out, and I promised her that I would be there. And I got to be there, not because I'm super dad. I got to be there because there's times I wasn't there. And I got to shift it so that we can shift it. Somebody missed what I just said. I'm about to tell you, you're about to walk out of here and you and your life will never be the same again. God told me to tell you that that the gap is not you not prioritizing. God says take you have the right. You have the right as the father of Jada. You have the right to let her take precedent over your career. And because I'm God.
Nah, though, for real.
Light that shit up. Turn that shit up. Light that shit up. 14 days and 14 nights. Turn that shit up. Turn that shit up. 14 days and nights. 14 days and nights. Oh man. 14 days and 14 nights. 14 days and 14 nights. All hell, all hell. All heaven, all heaven. I ain't got no change to spell. I swipe the card at 7-Eleven. 2 times 7, 14 carats, flooded eye. 14 days and 14 nights out the public eye. It's like I woke up from a dream in the haunted house. And now I'm back up in the lab getting funkified. Cause I get busy with a missy and we supply. Church in the ditch, no seat and tie. I take pages from the Bible and read through the lines. I got Dre up in this thing and he provide the vibes. Nigga, assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. They asking for the tape, say the tape too long. 707, 14 carats, 14 sessions. Counting all these blessings. I'm trying to get even. Nickname should be Evan. 19 don't scare me, cause I've been the freshest. Just talked to Plano, said they got some new weapons. Mention my situation, they gon' drop the charge in a second. I think God could be a goddess. That's my perception. Speaking over the water, let the ocean tell it. Hold the flow is crystallized. Sit back and I visualize. Smoking on that kryptonite and the object unidentified. 14 carats, flooded eye. 14 days and 14 nights out the public eye. It's like I woke up from a dream in the haunted house. And now I'm back up in the lab getting funkified. Yeah. 2 times 7, 14 carats, 14 sessions. Counting all these blessings. 707, 14 carats, 14 sessions.
Drake go hard. 14K Drake.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Wise Magi Godcast. Today we are here on this Freestyle Friday with Professor Asnati. Brethren, what's going on?
Yo, we in the building. Audio sounds okay. We got some levels, some proudable levables. Shout out to those levels. Yeah, man, Freestyle Friday, we in the building. About to come in kind of light, you know, like we always do. Empress, you being recorded on purpose?
No, sir.
No, we should have told us so we could have muted you in the back there, beautiful. Where are we going? Yeah, cause we could just jump into a video and you can troubleshoot if you want to.
Street corner showdown caught on camera. A Bradenton businessman is taking on panhandlers. Instead of giving money, he tried to give a homeless guy a job. And as Melanie Michael explains from Bradenton, what happened next is pretty incredible.
Talk about a wild story. It started with a job offer and ended with chaos on this corner.
Get the camera out of my face, brother.
What's going on?
Anything you want to, bro.
That's the response we got on this busy street corner in Bradenton, where panhandlers approach cars constantly, including this homeless man who says he's the one who feels harassed.
This is not against the law. It's not against the law. Ask any police you want to ask.
It's not against the law, but it's too close for comfort, says businessman Ryan Bray.
This is our town. We pay the taxes here.
He and his family feel bullied daily.
They threatened violence on me. I could tell you what they said to me. The Bradenton Police Department heard it. Kill my mother, rape my wife.
On Sunday, Ryan said he decided to try a new tactic with persistent panhandlers and offered the guy a job.
I offered him $15 an hour to do yard work for me, and he refused. If we as a community stop paying them, they will leave our neighborhood.
Ryan told us he spent 3 hours Sunday standing side by side with this guy, stopping panhandling briefly by telling the truth, he says, so people know the real story.
They want money. They don't want jobs. They don't want to work.
As far as this guy is concerned,
quit following me.
Sir, we're trying to get to this. We're all coming, so we're all coming.
Not coming nowhere with me.
He asked us to leave. Ryan Bray tells us this battle is far from over. He plans to go to the city council next week at their meeting, and they tell us they'll take up the topic then. In Bradenton, I'm Melanie Michael, 8 on your side.
Ryan, good job, my brother. Like I said, we need more people like this in the husbandry space. We need people like this in the fucking panhandling space. In all spaces, we need man. In all spaces, we need man. In all spaces, we need man. And the reason why I'm saying that is because living in this society, you see it. The downfall of society is woman, based on the Bible. But just if you got some other realistic sense, it's these guys over here panhandling, right? And shout out to this other brother that's standing next to him, like, yo, you need some money? I got jobs. If not, then I ain't giving you shit. If you a worker, then hey, you work, you may need a loan. If you work every day of the week and you come out here after and you saying, yo, I need a little extra money for blah, 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 whatsoever, that, I can see that being a possibility. I can see people being like, okay, I see what bro's working with. But in this situation in particular, what's the excuse? What's the idea that you're trying to go for? Like you saying it's not illegal, but now people still looking at you like, yeah, it's not illegal. That dude right there is offering you $15 to do some work. Right? So it's not about legality or illegality. I'm just trying to look at it and say, okay, if I'm offering you $15, bro, how much are you getting paid an hour? See, you feel me? That just showing you what he getting paid. Or he could have put this brother to the test if he was just really even about working at all. If he had an inch of working bone in his body, right, he could have approached it just like this. Because maybe this dude bullshitting about having a job. Maybe he don't have a job. But he can say that because he know you're not willing to work. So he pulled that little stunt on you, and now you look crazy. He's standing there offering you $15. So now I'm trying to figure out, what are you making an hour that you wouldn't take this job up? The reason why I'm saying you should take him up on his offer, maybe he's only giving you 2 hours, 3 hours to do yard work. What that is, that's $45 a day. So even if you went and did that for the 2-3 hours, you would still technically, if you want to, be out here panhandling. If it was really about your need of money or need of whatever the situation is. So shout out to the brother Ryan Bray, because like I said, this is a good plan. This is a very effective plan to confront somebody where they at. Right? They're out there, they're looking for money. I got money. Right? So shout out to that brother for that. But like I said, with the homeless panhandler, you should have took this man up on that deal. How long that man gonna pay me to do this yard work? $15 an hour ain't terrible. How much hours he gonna give me? Is he willing to say, yo, I'm gonna guarantee you $45 a day? I only need you for three hours technically. If you finish it before that, you still get your like. What is the guarantees? What is the job? What am I doing $15 an hour? So yeah, this panhandler to me made himself look like who he is, a panhandler. He not trying to do no work. That's a white man out there panhandling. That's not an immigrant. Immigrants come to this country, they don't go out there and panhandle. They go out there, they try to find a job. Yeah, there's some bad apples that's Mexican and Venezuelan, some different Hispanic immigrants and stuff that's tied into the gang culture. Like I always talk about the Italians because they're the original gangsters. They used to have the mob and all this crazy shit they used to do in America. That was them, not black people. But all these countries with these breed of people, they always have a lot of gang and a lot of violence. But the people that come here, they're looking for opportunities, right? You might find 4 or 3 of them doing some fuckery. But look at this white man. He's out here panhandling. Another white man next to him like, yo, bro, blah, blah, blah. He cussing white man now, he cussing white lady, he cussing everybody out. And all they trying to say is, yo, we're offering you a job. And he could have documented his side, but like, bro, this man not offering a job. He does this to all the homeless dudes. He come over here, fuck with you, telling you he's gonna give you a job, bring you to his house, and he fucking slaving you for $15 an hour. And you only get 4 hours. It's 2 people. So you technically get 2 and the other bro get the last 2. He only paying you $30 a day, bro. I can't live off $30 a day. So yes, I'm not gonna go do that job because my hottest hours are in the morning. This is when majority of the people pass by. So fuck what bro talking about. I told bro I'll come later on if he want me to still do it. because I'm looking to get paid everywhere I can get paid. So that's what I'm saying.
I think it's the irony though. Is the yard work at his house?
Yeah, it can be at his house.
And you letting somebody know where you live at that just said they're gonna rape your mom and your grandma? I mean, your wife? That's not too brilliant. But yeah, if he's a landscaper or something, and he's like, yo, we got some positions opening, that makes more sense.
Either way, position, no position, offering this, offering that. He's a man. He's in control of his situation, right? He's able to defend his situation, so he's able to make whatever decisions necessarily on this situation. So on both sides, like I feel like it's just clickbait. So on his side, he's saying, "Yo, look at this man. He don't want to do nothing. He a panhandler. He the worst person." That's what he said to me. And on the other Brett side, he like, "Yo, Brett fucking with me." And that's what I'm saying. That the panhandler could have proved somebody wrong. Right now, the panhandler like he the beggar. But the panhandler could have simply been like, yo, let me get the job. Because that's what I'm saying. This dude is saying that the panhandler is saying these things to him, but we don't know in what setting the panhandler said these things to him. Maybe he was upset. Maybe he said something to him, and he was like, bro, fuck you. Like, we don't know what extent, right? And what was the discussion? Why would he even say anything like that? Did he even say anything like that? Like, we don't know any of those things. But what we do know from this video is that bruh standing right next to him with a sign, offering him some work, and he not picking it up. And I wish he would have picked it up and said, yo, he's not offering enough hours. And then maybe somebody else come in and help. And then somebody else, hey, well, shit, I got 2 hours too. I got a couple hours I can give you. Now he's going to think about his ride. He's like, how the hell am I going to get there? Right? So then I guess all these things is going to start falling apart, or it's going to start building up for him. So he don't want to get off the corner, or I'm not exactly sure, but looking at these situations, I was just like, man, this is brilliant. This is what you should do to all of them. All of them. I tell you, I've been started that in my own personal situation from a long time ago. If you ask me for money, I'm offering you a job. Ever since I figured out about a little app that I went and got a job on, I was like, yo, this little app, they got jobs on here. So I feel, bro, I ain't offering the jobs per se, but I'm showing them where they can go get some real quick. So I understand that way of working it, but I'm also looking at the other bro where he could have called his bluff. All right, well, shit, I'll pull up. Yeah, but you got to change, and you can't be dressed like that. Like, what is, you feel me? What are you scared of, panhandler? So this situation is a little funny to me, but I think this is perfect. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 3-4 years now, probably a little bit longer than that. Because I had a brother that they used to come by on the same bullshit, and I'm like, bro, you just told me the other day you was working and you got your check coming Friday, and you telling me this every Friday? Come on, bro, you got to go get the job. Yeah, I got a job, okay. I got one for you, though, because they not paying you enough. The job that I work, you at the end of Friday, you good. That's how I let them know, yo, you get paid basically every day. It's like every 2 to 3 days, but once you start working so much jobs, you got one coming from 2 days ago, so it's like every day almost. So I was trying to set him to that. Hey, I don't think he did it. I seen him. Matter of fact, I seen him begging, so I know he didn't do it. So I'm just telling you that this was a great approach, but I am also thinking for the panhandler and telling him like, yo, bro, I wish you would approach it a little better, because the same way he tried to make you look bad, you could have made him look bad. You could have made him like somebody just trying to work people to their fucking bones, right? Or he may be a genuine human, and he's like, bro, literally all I need him to do is pick up the goddamn, I got some weeds in the front. I need him to make sure that those weeds get picked up, and that's all I care about. The lawn is usually cut. I cut it every week, but hey, right? I'm trying to just give him something to do to get him off the street. So we don't know what angle he's necessarily coming at with this whole situation, but I think this is a good approach. And anybody out there that's necessarily giving money away, I think this is how you should be looking at it. Especially if they don't have no ailments, like they're not in a wheelchair or anything like that. But I guess that it get tricky also with that. But it's just like an indicator. There's other things you can look at, but those are quick things you can look. Oh, he got both his feet. Yeah, he looks strong. He can work. Grand open, grand closing. Bro looks strong. He can work. I ain't giving him nothing. I'm gonna tell him about a job. Ah, damn, that's like a mom Let me see. I don't really know any jobs like that. I'm not hiring. I don't know. I don't know. Right there is, I guess there is Tyler. You like, oh, and then there's gonna be a bunch of women out there for us. Send their ass out there. Let me see. Cause I know it's hard to be out there, but I guess maybe it's easier than a job for them. So, like I said, I want to get to the bottom of this whole panhandling situation. I want to get to the bottom of, do they need money or not? Cause this nigga offering $15 an hour, and if you ain't making nothing, $15 an hour, I don't know why you mad at that. But then I'm thinking, like, what is his peak hours? This homeless man that's raising money right now. And when do bro want him to help him with the line? Cause those not my peak hours. I can't come help you around those times based on my peak hours. So I don't know. This situation is a little crazy, but like I said, I hope everybody out there is taking some notes in this situation and like implementing in their own lives, where it's like, yo, I see this dude over here every day. He looks strong as hell. He looks stronger than me. I'm offering him a job. And then you may get mad at him for being out there so much. One day you call off work. You don't call off. Why would you call off work? One of these days when you off, and you probably don't got a big family, or you got your wife, I don't know what you got going on. You go out there for 3 hours and bother his ass, stand right next to him, and you tell him, yo, if you gonna stand out here, I'm gonna stand out here with you, bro, because I think you need to work. You ain't doing nothing but begging for money, nigga. I'm begging for money too with you. And you can make that the shit you do for the day. You stand right next to him. Every time he run to a car, you run to a car. You got anything you can spare? Nah, I ain't homeless. I'm just out here begging, like, bruh. You be giving them people their money? I'm just like him. Right? You have to make a decision on what you're trying to do to make the situation look like whatever it is. Because, and this is, I don't know, bro. I don't know if you lying to bro. I don't know if you got 2 hours a day. I don't know if bro makes $50 a day minimum. I don't know anything. But he don't want that job that you offering him, and maybe it's a good reason. Also, right here, I get a man that was rescued after being abandoned.
Okay.
Outing getting. Now to the man whose coworkers left him behind on a hiking outing, getting lost in a violent storm and surviving a harrowing night on the mountain there. Trevor Alt is here now with more on this story. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Gio. So this was just a brutal hike for this man in Colorado. He was lagging behind his coworkers climbing that mountain. They went back down without him, and when he got lost coming back, it took them hours before they finally reported him missing. This morning, what started as an office hiking retreat turned into a rescue expedition in Colorado after a man was left behind by his coworkers. Officials say a group of 15 people started to climb 14,000-foot Mount Shivano early Friday morning, but in what might cause some awkward encounters at the office in the coming days and weeks, one member of their party was left to complete his final summit push alone.
Our subject was getting close to the summit and took a break. And some of the people who were in his group were already starting to head down. He decided to carry on up to the summit.
On their incident report, rescue crews say once Steve Stefanides started to climb down, he became disoriented, claiming his coworkers had picked up the objects which they had placed to mark the way back. Soon lost, Stefanides pin-dropped his location to his coworkers, who told him he was going the wrong way, urging him to hike back up the mountain, which he did to reach the correct trailhead. Later, Stefanides set his location a second time, but then a strong storm swept through and he lost service just before 4 p.m. His coworkers didn't report him missing until 9.
He basically got kind of a little bit disoriented as to where the trail was.
Stefanides spent the night stranded on that mountain, telling rescue crews he fell repeatedly and was eventually unable to get up.
Being in those kind of cold, freezing rain winds, it takes a toll on you.
It wasn't until Saturday morning when the weather cleared that he thankfully regained cell service and called 911, allowing rescuers to finally zero in.
All of the teams that were involved are all volunteer rescuers. It's tiring. But it's rewarding when we go out and find people and are able to reunite them with their loved ones. It's fantastic.
Now, we know this man was taken to the hospital. We did reach out to him and his son. They directed us to the company, who in a statement tells us this was a charity hike, and they are grateful to the rescue crews for ensuring their colleague was returned safely. Definitely going to be a weird return to the office, though, whenever that happens.
Yeah, and you would never do this to us.
Not a chance, because I would be the one lagging behind.
Yeah. And we would come back for you, always. Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you, Trevor, shout out to you. Empress, you got anything to say about Mr. Steve Stefani? Whatever his name is, Stefano?
Filthy work.
What you mean?
These people are filthy. Why do they pick up the markers? You're
Nobody picked the markers up.
Huh?
I don't know if that's true.
Why?
I don't think they picked the markers up. I think he took the wrong path. There's no markers on that path. So they said, bro, you're going the wrong way. Go up the fucking mountain, find the trail hike, and then come right back down that John. It's gonna bring you back to the right area. But he got disoriented, got lost again, and got caught in a storm. Why is he lagging behind? Yo, we moving. We gotta get back. Alright, I'm gonna just chill right here. Cool. We moving. We gotta get back. We passing back by you. You see us. Why are you still hiking up the mountain? You can't hike. Turn the fuck around. Turn around and follow us. We all right here. What are you possibly trying to prove now? It's done. It's done. Like, you could even did a fake hike where you walked up 1 second and then turned back around and been behind us far. I'm watching that. I'm watching that. See, I'm gonna pretend to be missing. I'm gonna follow him the whole time. Follow him back down the hill, pretend to be missing. He could have did that, but I'm still like, why you force yourself to walk up that hill again? You couldn't make it before. You took a break. The people are coming back down without you. Is this 14 men in the group, or is there a woman in the group? Is there an old man in the group? Is there a young man in the group? Is he the oldest man in the group? Right? I would need to necessarily know all those things to come to a zeroing point. But I do have a opinion on the situation where it's like, yo, bro, you can't make it up the hill. Just hike back down. Like, if I'm not in shape and I work at a fucking office job and they're like, yo, we doing a charity event, hikes, and I'm like, I don't hike. I'm not hiking. Man, we need you to be hiking. That's what I'm saying. What's the extent of the situation? Did he have to go hiking? Did he like? What is the extent of this whole situation,
Job's
bro?
not finished. Job's not done.
For him.
You gotta go to the top of that mountain.
For what? He got a charity. That's what he get the charity tickets.
That's what he stand on. Them his principles.
I don't know what that means.
Job not finished. Job not done. The job is done once I get to the summit.
But he didn't make it down to the bottom of the summit.
Oh well, now he got another lesson that he learned.
What he learned?
He not a job finisher.
He got to go back up and then come back down, or he just done. He just done. What's your thoughts on him?
Job not being done.
I'm just saying, is he done?
Oh yeah, he's done. I don't think he'll ever try that again. And maybe he came to a realization that reality is reality. Maybe he's too old to be job finished, job done. Time to retire, buddy. From that mentality, because it don't serve you. You almost died.
Because I understand that you want to be mad at people. I ain't mad at you being mad at people.
Why would he be mad?
He feel like these is guys and they left him.
Oh, abandonment.
Feel like these is guys and they left him. But why did you leave us? We told you we were moving. We knew the storm was coming. Did you listen to us? Did we tell you? Like, I need the extent of everything. I'm out here pin dropping. Yo, I'm right here, y'all. Okay, the people reported that I was missing at 9. All those pin drops I did, what the fuck was the pin drops for? Why did they have to zero in on me? I pin dropped myself already. What is the pin drops doing? Pin drops don't tell you where people at? You just dropping a pin in the middle. Like, what is the pin drop doing? I never used the pin drop on my map, bro. But the pin drop is like sending your location, right?
Yep.
So they knew where he was technically.
Yes, sir.
Did he move? Because he was disoriented. I'm thinking a bear could have ate him. That's the worst thing I was thinking about the whole time they was saying. I'm like, bro, the man could have been damaged by wildlife. Like, everything just seemed so calm. He was missing at 4 p.m. Saturday, he regained service, called, reached out, and got back on. Huh? That's how shit work. That shit worked. That job was smooth. Shout out to that brother though for surviving. Like, I ain't mad at you surviving, my brother. I'm just I'm missing some details. That's all it is. I missed a 2-minute video. They didn't give me all the details. They said you was a co-worker. It was a charity hike. You took a break. The people probably told you we're not taking breaks, and you didn't listen. And then you seen them walking back by you, and you didn't listen again. And then you said they removed the trail marker, and then you pinged yourself, and they said, "Yo, we didn't remove the trail markers. You are going the wrong way. Go back up the fucking summit, brother, and come down." You didn't. So then now that making me think that you didn't even go up the summit. That's making me think that you never even made it to the top, because you never even located the job, but you was disoriented by this time. So you probably thought you was at the top. So you failed both missions, because you never. I don't even know if you made it to the top. So yeah, bro. I'm glad that this story is a happy story that we can talk about it in this fashion. But goddamn it, my brother. I don't know how much mistakes you could have made in that second, bro. But hey, let's hope the best for you, my brother. Shout out to you. Let me see what these hero jobs is that people getting deterred away from.
Are steering millennials and Gen Z away from crucial jobs.
Now, it comes at a time when younger job seekers are prioritizing work-life balance and mental health support in the workplace. Connor Hansen has more.
Younger generations lean into social media as the source for information, and that includes job searches. 66% of all Gen Zers and 81% of college graduates are using apps like TikTok as their main source for career advice, according to research by healthcare technology company ShiftKey.
Gen Z going on to social media, TikTok, Instagram, and seeing content that is really negative about these types of jobs, and it's influencing their decision about whether or not to pursue these careers. And it's actually having more of an influence than family, friends, and school.
Digging deeper into the content, ShiftKey reports posts related to pursuing so-called hero jobs like firefighters, teachers, and nurses are seen as overwhelmingly negative, steering job seekers away from those critical industries.
One of the challenges with these jobs is that they can be incredibly inflexible, which can lead to burnout. And so I think what's important about social media is that people are getting a more broad picture about what this work is like.
Social media algorithms are helping drive millennial and Gen Z disinterest in hero jobs, potentially endangering these fields long term, especially at a time when they're already experiencing historic workforce shortages.
Unless we figure out how to entice these workers into the field, we're going to continue to see that gap grow.
I feel like my job is gratifying.
Crystal Callison, a nurse and micro-influencer, says seeing both sides of a job can be helpful, but shouldn't be the deciding factor.
It's concerning that there's not a good reflection or understanding of nursing and how great it can be. The decision to do something for yourself should not be impacted so largely by other people's feelings about it.
On the other hand, content creators are highlighting careers dubbed lazy girl jobs, remote roles that pay well. For example, 93% of the content related to pursuing a career in marketing is positive, according to ShiftKey. Experts say industries need to rebrand these hero jobs, focusing on what is most important to younger generations.
If we don't start to consider our presence on social media, we don't start to think about flexible solutions and how we really can connect with this generation that's unwilling to sacrifice their mental health for their work, we're not going to be able to reach them.
78% of Gen Zers who avoided nursing say more positive social media content could have changed their decision. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Become an all-too-common defect, potentially impacting thousands of pools across central Texas. The KVUE defenders first told...
You heard it. You heard it there live. You see what the situation is right in front of your face. They said social media is making people disinterested in hero jobs, quote unquote, right? Teachers, maybe nurses, maybe firefighters, maybe police officers. I can see police officers. That shit ain't got nothing to do with social media. That shit got something everything to do with the police officers. Them boys are terrible. But everybody else, though, right? I can see where they need to be more growth in the space necessarily, and not growth in the sense of maybe the space in the sense of modernization. Right, there is some modernization that could be done in the space. But I'm just saying, just as far as just influencing, just as far as making shows about it, like, whether it be like, say like you want people to play basketball, you have basketball video games, you have these different things that follow the culture where kids can start grabbing onto it and taking it from a younger age, not even knowing anything of it, and then getting older and just having nostalgia with it where, okay, boom, I remember, I do want to do this. Right, that kind of concept where maybe you have teacher games, crazy teacher games, but then I guess how would you make that fun? Would you just have the teachers throwing stuff at the students? Like, what would you do that's so fun? I guess like I said, it's all about glamorizing it, right? Have a couple of teacher micro influencers, couple of teacher small influencers, because like you a micro influencers, bro, you small.
You got fired.
Right, but you for sure. But it just needs to, I guess, more appeal behind it. And even with the nursing appeal, right? It's the scrubs with the thick Spanish lady, thick black lady, just a different thick white lady, just different thick people. I'm guessing that's a scrub thing. I'm not sure. Right? They have the teachers. What the teachers doing? I don't really see the teachers doing nothing necessarily on social media as far as a micro influencer. The science, right? You got Neil deGrasse Tyson. Maybe some people want to get into the sciences of this whole thing. The health aspect of it. You got a Dr. Inky. You got Andrew Huberman. You got these different people, I guess, that's like major influencers in a sense, right? Maybe Inky a little bit more than a micro influencer, but just influencers just in a simple sense, where they're making things look a certain way, whether it's like all these people getting all these fine arts degrees and all these crazy degrees in like African studies and ancient history of Cambodia, just crazy fucking degrees of crazy stuff, because there's people that's on the internet like with outfits on, like presentation, right? I always stress that it's about presentation to an effect, especially when it comes to youths. The most I say, eventually you got to become an adult, put those childish things away, so it can't necessarily be about strictly presentation. You have to now hear, you have to now listen, and you have to grasp things based on the whole totality of it. It can't be just based on your single interest. So, like, just me listening on the situation and looking at the situation, how would we go about changing a situation like this? I don't really see a solution necessarily, like I said, unless, as far as with the teachers, firefighters, I can't think about a firefighter. Stipe Miocic, he was a UFC champion for a little bit. He was a firefighter. I don't know if that had any necessarily influence, but if these are people that's talking about mental health, these probably ain't people watching MMA and UFC and stuff. So this probably even a different crowd. So maybe it did influence a group of people from that side where it was like, man, hell yeah, bro, I want to get in on that firefighting, bro, that's fly, bro. They volunteering. It's always been dope to me. Like, there may be a sect of people that was influenced on that. So maybe in this sect they was talking about more females, because that's the majority of social media nevertheless. So maybe that was the aspect, because they was talking about nursing not getting anything. So they like, oh, that's female dominated. But they was saying marketing getting a lot. That also female dominated. They was talking about lazy girl jobs. I'm pretty sure that's how they described it. Right? So when you're hearing all these concepts, you can immediately look at it like, okay, boom, this is, I guess they're saying woman that's on social media. They're not taking a positive liking to teaching and nursing and firefighting, but I never even knew they took a liking to firefighting. So that right there was a little tricky. That's why I immediately threw man back over there. But then when I thought about the UFC and I thought about actual man, I'm like, bro, some brother over here. But then they brought up mental health. And I said, well, if you got mental health and you worried about mental health, why would you be watching UFC? Motherfuckers pounding each other's heads in the ground. Like, how would that be any beneficial or healthy to your mental health aspect of it, right? So, I don't know. It's a couple of these situations where kind of in this limbo where you don't know necessarily what decision to make or what side you're on. But you're watching it and you can kind of be like, okay, I can see why people may be necessarily going away from hero jobs, whatever that even means. Right? I don't know. We don't know what it means. It means something to the folks, right? But they're straight away from hero jobs, teaching, firefighting, all these things. So, like I said, it's presentation. It's presentation. How do you present it, right? What are you making? What are you earning? Like, what is the daily life of da da da? Do you have, like I said, micro influences, mini influences, any of these influences necessarily your lifestyle? Where it's like, yo, you a teacher on the daily. I'm going shopping. I leave school at this time. I go home. Like, it has to be something where people are not looking at it like, oh, that's fly. I like the way how she's always going shopping. Because that's the thing with teachers, right? They have to basically always kind of stay in something new. You're seeing the same students every day and you're working here every year. So now if you start wearing the same thing, people start identifying, oh, that's the same thing, that's the same thing. So now you even got to do that. So that may be a part of it where, like I said, there's always ways you can present stuff to people that glamorizes it. Same thing with basketball. It's a lot of hard work. That's why a lot of people don't do it. But it's glamorized as all this money. Look at how they move around. Look at them in these cars. Look at them around these different women. Whatever it may be, it has to be some glamorization of it. With female basketball, there was never necessarily a glamorization, but it was the same as male basketball in whatever sense glamorization means to you. Because, like, I used to always watch female basketball because I love basketball. So it was glamorized to me. Nigga, me hearing about Maya Moore and seeing Simone Augustus before Maya Moore, and then finally getting to this point of hearing Maya Moore and then seeing what UConn doing and they winning every fucking year, and you're like, yo, they went undefeated too. Like, it's just all these different things you're watching in the sport. That's influential to me. So it's a little tricky, right? Do you lose your ways to influence new crowds of people because they're caught up on mental health? Hey, if they caught up on that necessarily, how would I even bring them into the fold? This fold ain't about worrying about mental health. We understand how hard it is. You're giving your time to students and people that's in need. Like, there's definitely some difficulties and things that you have to deal with. So how would you necessarily glamorize it? And is it even beneficial to overly glamorize it? So, hey, shout out to anybody leaving the hero job, because like I said, I wouldn't want you in it, because I'm always going to come home and tell Empress about when I went to the store and you was in there and you ain't want to help nobody, and I told you that it was right up there and you ain't want to go up on the ladder, and you said you had to wait for a stalker to come, and the stalkers come at night and that's when they bring it down. Then I told you that I'm about to stand on this water and go up, and you said I can't do it because I can't, for all this crazy stuff. Right? Eventually it's going to come to that where people are like, okay, boom, I don't want you in the hero job. So, like, why am I marketing the hero jobs to you? Right? So, I don't know. I guess it's a little tricky. It's just like quiet constraint, quiet quitting, quiet everything, right? Because there's always been aspects of things. What's the new aspect you telling me? Like, what are you trying to create a narrative saying that this is going on a mass scale? Is this something that's being pushed on TikTok? Because I'm seeing that's the narrative necessarily that's being pushed in the news, being pushed in all these different angles. So this is a very interesting one. But hey, run away from the hero jobs, because y'all ain't heroes.
Tech solution for people trying to protect their properties from thieves looking to strike. Many criminals are using technology to plan their break-ins.
Eyewitness News reporter Rob McMillan talks with experts and shows us the simple way you can hide your home or business on Google Maps. It's something we've seen a lot of lately. Burglaries, break-ins, and home invasions on the rise all across Southern California. Many of these guys casing neighborhoods ahead of time, some of them perhaps even using digital tools to do it. Consequently, some residents now choosing to blur their homes completely on Google Maps, giving potential thieves less material to work with.
Well, I didn't even know about it. I've never heard of that, and I think that's a great idea.
Riverside Police Officer Ryan Railsback saying anything homeowners can do to deter thieves is probably a good idea.
Criminals are coming up with new and innovative ways to do their job. We need to be up on how to better do ours, and that is a very good way for people to protect their homes.
So how can you blur your home or business on Google Maps? Well, it's actually a pretty easy process to get started. First, find your home or place of business on Google Maps. Go to the lower right corner of the screen and click on Report a Problem. You can then choose what you want blurred, answer a couple of questions, and then request Google to make the change.
What a great idea to harden your target, meaning to make your residents a little more anonymous so that people can't see what you have or what your house looks like.
Law enforcement expert Bruce Thomas says it's also important to have proper signage outside your home, indicating whether you have cameras, an alarm system, or even a guard dog. Consider this another one of those kinds of tools.
Do you think that bad actors out there could really be using Google Maps to case neighborhoods?
I would say yes on some of your higher end gangs. They're probably using all sorts of social media tools to gain intelligence, just as we as police officers do.
Rob McMillan, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great.
That's what I was about to say from the get-go. I don't even know. What are you asking? Do you think that criminals are using this? Why not? How would they be casing the property?
Zillow.
I'm blurring it out on Zillow too. Burning out anywhere I see it, I'm taking it off. Anywhere I see it, I'm going to get it. Report it. There's a problem here, bro. Why does this house look like this? So yeah, definitely, I think that's fly. With Zillow, how would they get a picture of your house necessarily? I guess the previous owners and things, right? Because I'm thinking, like, man. But then I guess you should be able to go back and change that. And then also, that'll keep them guessing too, because now if it was the previous owner, I mean, they got the house set up different. There's a different setup. So you come in, you still don't necessarily know what you're looking at. I guess you can, like, envision the house, kind of case it in the sense of, okay, boom, it look like this much bedrooms, second floor, I always see the light on around this time. I don't know, but then you would still necessarily have to be in the neighborhood to figure that out. To figure out what vehicle. Like I said, it's beneficial. Anything is beneficial. Anything added is beneficial. It may not be the end all be all. It's not necessarily anything I think that'll be so beneficial. But even with the signs, what's so beneficial about the neighborhood watch and all that stuff? It just lets you know. Right? And it's like that's the first verbal warning. So can I proceed with violence after that? If I'm like, yo, no trespassing, intruders will be shot. I don't have to now say it. Do I have to come out and say, hey, get off the property, I'm going to start shooting? Or do I just come out and just blaze you? Yeah, I had it all over where I said, don't walk in the property, I'm going to shoot. Right, this one is a little tricky to me, but I like it. I like it. Because, hey, if you want to look at people's house, people don't want to show you that. Because I thought this was dumb that they even allowed this to be a thing. So I'm glad that it's not a thing. I'm glad that people are like, hold on, what? Somebody just got my house on a random software? Take it off. They can't take it off? I can blur it though? We'll blur it. I'm okay with blurring it for right now, but
A new at 10 tonight.
Hell, that this motherfucker gonna have my house on Google Maps. Even me and Empress, I remember when they telling Empress, like, man, look it up. Got us on Google Maps. Right? They had our automobile on Google Maps. Disappointing. We gotta take that off. Man, that's amazing, bro. Thank y'all, bro. That's what Free-Fri Friday about, bro. Make sure all y'all go do this. Anybody should be looking at blurred shit all day. You don't need no houses. Just look at the road. Where you going? Why do you need to see the house anyways? Where are you going, bro? Right? Unless you're in the business of renting houses, you shouldn't have your house on there. Cause you're not in commerce. This is a commercial site for people trying to do commerce. You're not in commerce, but just take yourself out of this situation. Yes, ma'am. Nah, that's facts. Man, it's a game changer. That John just blew my whole brain out. Because, man, I was really upset about what they had on there about me. Okay.
A DoorDash driver now has a bullet hole in his car after someone fired shots at him. The culprit, he says, are these cowboys on horses.
Yeah, the shooting happened Saturday night along County Road 57 and Fort Bend County near the Brazoria County line. And that is where the driver is sharing his story with KPRC2's Gage Golding.
It's kind of funny when you take a order from Pearland and it throws you out into the country.
In the life of a DoorDash driver, you never know where you'll end up or who you'll meet along the way. On Saturday night, DoorDasher Matthew met the wrong people on the wrong road. From the Panera in Pearland to out near Roche-Sharon, he was about to make his delivery along County Road 57.
Not far down the road, I run into a long line of cars.
The holdup is these three cowboys on horses.
It was clear to me they were looking to start trouble. It was a game to them.
Matt says they wouldn't let anybody pass, blocking both lanes on this rural road. Matt taking this video showing trucks going in the culvert to get around. He waited his turn, but they wouldn't budge. That's when he asked them to move.
They told me to shut my up.
Trying one last time, he went to go around them.
One of them dismounts off their horse. Another rider got to my right and blocked me off. And then the guy who gets off in front of me said he was going to pop my right here.
Matt floored it.
That's when I hear basically it sounded like an explosion.
That explosion that Matt heard was actually a bullet fired right at his trunk. The round going through his trunk and headed right toward Matt's back, but miraculously hit that frying pan. The bullet did make its way through the back seat. There's a hole in the cushion right here, but luckily it didn't make it into Matt's seat. Police finding the bullet laying right here.
I feel like somebody had my back. I didn't even understand the night when the cop that found the bullet was like, "You're really lucky."
Lucky and now livid, Matt wanting whoever these guys are to be found and to face justice.
Didn't seem very well thought out on his end, which is why I want him caught, because without any repercussions, it's obviously likely he's going to do something like that again.
The Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office says they are still investigating and also working with partnering law enforcement.
Bro, what's wrong with people? Fuck is wrong with people? 2 people made a mistake this day. 4 people made a mistake. Yo, white man, you said you can't pass. Just fucking wait. If you're not gonna wait, deal with the consequences, bro. Cause that's reality. I ain't mad at that whole thing. But bro, 3 guys. Why the fuck are y'all riding in the motherfucking road like the 3 wise magi's, but y'all not wise? Y'all in the road, somebody recorded y'all shot at somebody, bro. Is there a legality to this, bro? This is wild. That don't seem like the 3 wise magi in my book. Y'all on y'all fucking horseback looking cool as hell.
3 foolish cowboys.
Y'all is fucking foolish. Y'all went on a camel. Cause the wise magi, they was on camels. That's the only reason why they was moving so slow. Why the hell, bro, are y'all moving so damn slow, bro, on horsebacks, bro? Okay, cool, white boy, don't speed through here. You gotta wait. Everybody else is waiting, so I don't think these people are violent. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm just saying I don't think they're the wise magi's, because I don't like that. Okay, jump off the giant, handle it, whatever. Hey, what you doing? You cannot pass. I just told you can't pass. We have something going on. You have to wait. Simple and plain. But what is the repercussion if he does try to pass and he does try to do some fuck shit?
What you mean you can't pass? You just let another person pass.
Oh, they was patient and they waited their turn. This dude is trying to rush. That's what I'm saying. Nobody else got hurt. Everybody was waiting. He's just mad there's a long ride and he has to do a delivery. He doesn't live over here. He has nothing to do with it. So he's like, I'm not waiting. So that's what I'm saying. He's foolish too. There's 4 foolish people today. But I hate the fact that the 3 wise magi on the horseback was so foolish too. Cause don't let them pat. But like I'm saying, there is a thing where it's like, what do you do? Everybody's waiting. Nobody did this all day, and then now he tries this bullshit. If he do it and none of us do nothing, everybody's not gonna be looking at us and saying, what? It's not a real system. It's like that white man run by. So we can't do that. So I don't know, bro. Maybe they wiser than I think they are, but this don't seem like the wisest shit to do.
Very impatient.
But a white man or who? What's impatient on their end?
Oh, the white man.
Okay, yeah, the white man was definitely impatient. It's like, bro, if you see this long line, like I seen if you was the only person, you probably was
right now in the small town of Alexandre.
But you're not the only person. You was just trying to be tough. That's the funny part about this. Like, you weren't the only person in that long line. Did somebody else in the long line get out and say, yeah, man, we just tried to talk to him, go tell him? What made you the person that decided when they need to get out the road? Maybe they just got here. Maybe there's something in the horse foot. Maybe they're looking for something in the road. Like, it's all these different things where I'm like, yo, why are you so impatient? But I know why. You're doing a job. It's not about your love. You're not going home. Because if you was going home, you probably had a valid excuse. You probably knew these guys. You're like, bro, my wife out. Bro, I got to get to the crib, bro. You're like, all right, G, hold on. We got to check this road first, though. But if you're trying to go on that side and drive, we got to check that side for right now. Right? They might have rules, bro, and that's the only thing. I don't like the fact that this white dude try to scam the rules. I don't like that at all. So, hey, who am I? Who am I? Who am I to think a white man shouldn't try to scam the rules? Who am I? Who am I to think a white man shouldn't get shot at for trying to scam the rules? So I can't decide either side, bro. White man could say, oh, I can scam rules. 3 wise magi could say, yo, we can shoot at people. It's like, bro, you could have paralyzed that, bro. Like, if that job would have went through his seat to his back, you could have hit him right in the spizine. I don't know. Maybe he was okay with it because he broke the rules and you wanted to teach him, don't do that shit. But now he's saying he live it. And that might make y'all live it. So now y'all like, hold on, he mad about some shit? I'll slap the shit out white boy. What are you talking about he mad about? What are you going to do about it? So I'm just telling you, just be a wise magi. Maybe there's a legit reason about what happened that night. But if you continue going on with some crazy stuff, then hey, shout you out.
Alexandria, Tennessee, the local mayor is looking to hire an entirely new police department after the chief of police and the only 2 other officers on the force quit within a 2-week window, less than 1 month after she took office. Joining us now, Mayor of Alexandria, Tennessee, Mayor Beth Tripp. Mayor, welcome.
Hey. Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So this whole ordeal has gone viral. I want to start at the beginning. Walk us through what led to your police department of 4 stepping down.
On August the 16th, I'd seen and heard all the complaints from the parents. We had no patrol going that morning, and there were several parents that their kids almost got hit, and someone was speeding. So I asked the cops, I asked my chief to at least patrol during the morning times and during the evening or once at night. And that evening, that night, after 10 o'clock, I got 2 resignations. The chief showed up at my house, and he had his resignation and another resignation and handed me both of them without any reason and wished me well.
He didn't tell you why he was handing it to you? Because it seems like a fair request to patrol an area where kids are going to school or their kids in.
Yes, ma'am.
The former Alexandria officers, they do accuse you of micromanaging. How would you describe your working relationship with them? And again, I want to mention to our viewers, you were only in office for a month before this happened.
That's correct. So I was as transparent as I could, as nice as I could be. Even before I got elected, at the fair, they had told me that all of them was looking, Travis Bryant told me that all of them was looking for other jobs. So I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. So I'm not really sure about the micromanaging, because by my charter, I have to tell people what to do. And, you know, I didn't think that asking to patrol was very much to ask for.
Yesterday, the city of Alexandria's former police chief spoke with News Nation. Essentially, he did blame you for everything. Let's take a listen.
She would just come to us making accusations against officers that without formal complaints. She wanted access to our police department, stuff that she wasn't entitled to, and that there's sensitive information and security. And when we realized the ultimate straw, the final thing that happened is she went to an outside agency without letting me know to try to get our duties reassigned to another agency. We had to assume with everything that was going on that she was going to disband the police department, is what we believed was going to happen.
Mayor, how do you respond?
That is not true. I worked with them since day one, and I was extremely nice. I even let Travis Bryant off when he needed off, and I told him just take care of himself. And then there was another one as well that was sick, and I told him, I said, I'll be praying for you. Just take care of yourself so you can take care of the residents and come back when you feel better. So, you know, I wasn't trying to hand anything over to DeKalb County, to the sheriff's department. All I was trying to do was make for sure we had coverage. So when they was out, I did ask the Patrick Gray, which is our sheriff over at DeKalb County. I asked him to attend meetings, or if he could send anyone to protect me or anyone there for my alderman. But I didn't think that that was anything bad. That wasn't handing their things over, responsibilities over to DeKalb County. That was just making for sure I had coverage.
Mayor, we've been showing our viewers body cam video. Can you explain to me what that is?
Body cam is when an officer.
No, I understand, but the video is of apparently of them tracking you. Is that correct? This video right here that we're watching?
Yes, that's the day that I had to suspend that lady right there because she was impeding on the investigation. She was insubordinate. She wouldn't let me have the keys to the offices. She said I wasn't even allowed in the office. I wasn't allowed to see paperwork. And, you know, it's my job to do the investigations or to look into things, or, you know, she was impeding on that. So, and she was rude to me since day one.
Thanks for watching. Go to join
So, I ain't completely mad at you, but I love the mayor. Not her, but I'm saying for Powerpuff Girls. The mayor of Townsville, because the reason why, let me tell you why I love the mayor, just so I can set this whole thing up. I love the mayor because the mayor is in charge of stopping crime. God damn it, that's what I was taught when I watched Powerpuff Girls. Maybe I'm mad, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm a Powerpuff Girls watcher back when I was a child. And the mayor used to always call, and he used to always be confused, but he used to micromanage them. Girls, I need you. Help. Maybe they got tired of the mayor calling sometime, but you know what they did? Showed up, helped the mayor. One day the mayor was missing. One day they did a fake voice. Somebody stole the mayor and pretended to be the mayor. Bro, do you understand how important the mayor is when it comes to fighting crime? I love clickbait though. Imagine if I come to you and I say, yo, my whole basketball team quit.
How many people on the team?
2 of us. It's me and my wife. It's a 2-on-2 team. Alright, bro, what? Your whole team quit? Shut the hell up, bro. Don't do that no more to me, bro. I thought your whole police force was gone. But just with some context, Empress. With some context, this is a 90% white town. The next biggest demographic is African Americans at 7.74%. After that is natives. After that is Asians. After that is other races. Hispanics and Latinos are 20.25%. There are 349 households. That's 349 households. It's a total of, I think, 900. It's a total of 814 people. 814 people, 349 houses, and 226 families. So there are 226 families. That necessarily is what makes up the 800 for the majority of the point. Because it'll be a husband, a wife, and probably 2 children. Because they on average they average 2.97 children. So that's roughly a little bit under 3. So you can say damn near everybody got around 2. Right. So that's just some of the census. So like even when I'm hearing that they only got a force of 4, that threw me off a little bit. I'm like, damn, what the hell going on? Then now you figure out they only got 800 people. But then you also hearing, well, me, I'm looking at the fact that it's 860 white people, 38 black people, 6 natives, 2 Asians. There's 2 Asians in the whole community, bro. Like, what? 2 fucking Asians in the whole community, bro. Like, I hope them people ain't married, because then it's technically only 1 Asian in the community. 1 Asian family, a man and a wife, and they ain't got no youths. That's fucked up. 63 others or mixed. 12 Hispanics or Latinos. 12 Hispanics or Latinos, bro. That's technically probably 2 family. God damn it. So yeah, bro. I'm looking at these numbers though. These numbers are dismal. Dismal numbers, bro. They had 9. Yeah, like I said, they're growing though. They're growing each year. Each year they're growing. They haven't had a year where they went backwards in population. Yes, they did. From 1940 to 1950. 1940 they was at 300. Matter of fact, and when they first started off in 1840, they was at 343. They ended up growing by 1920 to 510. By 1930, they was down to 449. By 1940, they was down to 388. 1950, they was down to 372. And from the 50s on, they've been growing since 599, 680, 689, 730. In 2000, they was at 814. In 2010, they was at 966. And in 2020, they was at 981. So they almost had 1,000 people. That is fucking wild that this town is this small. Well, I gotta see, what's the smallest town in America? Just for reference, because this is nonsensical. Smallest town in America. Yeah, I don't want to see none of these brothers with a population of 1. McMullen, Alabama got 9 people. In 2000, McMullen was one of the only all-black towns in America, with a population of 66. But a series of recent natural disasters had pushed residents away from Hurricane Katrina in 2005 to EF2 tornado that destroyed 13 homes in February 2016. Now only 9 people remain in the rural western Alabama town, according to the 2016 what the flack. I want to go to McMullen. Arizona, Jerome, Arizona, they got 455 people. I need to check out Jerome then. 455, that's a small amount. Vernon, California got 209 people. Yeah, I gotta check some of these towns out. Colorado got 1 person. Why the motherfuckers don't go to Bosnia, Colorado? Goddamn, a retired hotshot firefighter who moved in 22 years ago seeking solitude. Yeah, bro. Although as many as 200 people own property in Bosnia today, only 1 man lives in town year round. Goddamn, shout out to you, Mark Perkovich. Yeah, bro, what? Man, it's a lot of these places. Union, Connecticut. I know about Union. Hey, they only got 843 people. Fucking Hartley, Delaware, got 71 people. Weeki-Wachee? Oh, Weeki-Wachee? That's in Florida. They got 5 people. 5 fucking people in Weeki-Wachee. Occasionally to catch a break, though, tubes at the bottom of the tank. The mayor of Weeki-Wachee, Robin Anderson, is a former mermaid. Huh? Weeki-Wachee is home to the state estimated 5 human beings and roughly 28 mermaids. What the fuck are they talking about? I don't know if these are true. So yeah, like I said, after the show, I'm gonna go research these and see. But man, I love towns with small amount of people, bro. It's extremely interesting to me. Like, damn, what does that person do? One person live in this town, Moonshine, Illinois. Like, I would love to live in Moonshine, Illinois. One, bro. Roy Lee Halen's Moonshine had a second resident, Roy Lee Halen, husband, but Roy died in 2015, and now Helen lives alone in the 6 rooms above the Moonshine store. Okay, so she used to live with her husband. They used to plug it out. I ain't moving out. I'll just die here. Dolo. Solo Dolo. After she died, I'm trying to move in. New Amsterdam, Indiana, got a population of 27. Somewhere in Iowa, they got 15 people. Somewhere in Kansas, Freeport, Kansas, got 5 bros. So yeah, bro, there's a lot of places that we can go, bro. We don't gotta try to take people's stuff over, bro. Port Tobacco, Maryland, got 13 people, G. Come on, bro. Pull up to Maryland if y'all trying to find somewhere to live. If you want more people around, then you can go to somewhere that got 800 people. A couple people that even there's a couple of bigger guys, but there's some small guys, bro. Nevada got 1,000 people. I'm not sure what size you want, but they got a size for everybody. If you just want 7 people, 5 people, 1 person, you can have as much people in the world, bro. And you can even go somewhere. Can you go somewhere with no people? I need to figure that shit out. Because if you can go somewhere with no people. In 1962, a trash fire in Central dumps. After another 2 decades, they won the right to stay in their homes. Those that remain alive are Centralina's last resident. When the ground gave out beneath him 2 years later, Congress set aside $42 million to buy the town's 1,100 residents, but 9 holdout refused. After another 2 decades, they won the right. Okay, yeah, we got a couple towns that I want to check out, guys. I know y'all heard me reading them. I was kind of skimming through it, but some of those towns sound really interesting. To me, sound like a town that I'd check out. Like a town that I check out. Okay, I want to play this. Nah, we can't. I want to play this, bro, right here. Nah, it's 28 minutes. You know, I could do a breakdown of that whole by itself. That's fly. Alright, so let me run this one, because then I want to run the other one.
Well, new at 6, you may have seen them on the road. They are K cars, gaining in popularity. Small, easy to park, and very affordable. The question, though, are they supposed to be on the road?
The Registry of Motor Vehicles has sort of flip-flopped, first telling drivers no. But as WBZ's Christina Rex reports, K-car owners have convinced the state to reverse the ban for now.
When Raymond Moy starts his engine, all eyes turn.
Hey, thank you. This is a regular occurrence.
His big personality
and it spins around.
drives inside this tiny car.
I paid about $10,000.
It's known as a K car, imported from Japan, literally translated to mean small car.
We just got this in March, actually.
Raymond is a bit of a collector, and in June, he had to take the cars off the road.
I have 3 on the way from Japan, and somewhere in the middle of this, we find out from the RMV, hey, we're not going to register these things anymore.
Once he found his way into Boston,
there's no spot anywhere,
and secured a spot. Oh, and moved the tiny car up a bit. He made his way to meet fellow enthusiasts for a MassDOT meeting. See, the registry had announced back in June it would no longer register K cars because of a report from a nonprofit that suggested they might not be safe. That change impacted owners and businesses, like this shop in New Hampshire, who lost 5 sales. Owners of the cars made their concerns known.
What I could do with this now $5,000 paperweight.
Going on drives in the K-Truck makes you happy.
Only to be blindsided by the recent policy changes that threaten to undo our efforts.
After pushback from this small but passionate coalition, the board reversed course Wednesday.
And so we're happy to announce that starting today, September 18th, we started registering these vehicles again.
These enthusiasts, many meeting in person for the first time, feel they've won a battle, but are concerned for the future, as the RMV says there's more research it wants to do.
I had no expectations of this.
Back in his car, Raymond is feeling a small victory.
Wow. I don't know what I was doing, but I'm happy to have been part of this because I've met all kinds of new people.
And for now, he'll legally stay on the road while entertaining passersby.
It's from Japan.
In Boston, Christina Rex, WBZ News.
It is definitely a conversation starter, right? Now, we wanted to give you a sense of just how small these K cars are, comparing some cars you might see on the road now to the model that Christina rode in today. You can see in weight and length, this K car weighs less and is shorter than Mini Coopers, Fiat 500s, and the Volkswagen Beetle as well, and so ridiculously cheap, most of them under $10,000 in Japan.
Wow, that is a light car. I didn't realize that was an excellent bit of information right there to put it in perspective. Definitely a head turner.
And you would think if scooters and mopeds and bikes are all there on the road,
K car.
What's the problem with the K car? All right.
Switching gears here, it is a common complaint that pickleball is too loud, one of the fastest growing sports in the country, now at the center of a debate in the South Bay.
Yeah, the sounds of the game are turning some neighbors into enemies. A pickleball court in Saratoga is among those racking up complaints. Here's NBC's Robert Honda.
We're here at El Quito Park in Saratoga, where some neighbors say the activity here at these pickleball courts is driving them crazy. A big part of it is that when these courts are locked, some people play anyway. Pickleball is definitely a loud game, but how intrusive the noise is and how much people who aren't playing have to put up with is a big part of the discussion here in Saratoga. Some neighbors who live next to Quito Park say it's maddening.
It's like a popping sound, and it's not a pleasant sound. It's not something that you get used to. I thought I would get used to it after a while, but I haven't, and it's very penetrating.
The courts are mainly used by members of a pickleball association through reservations, but there are also times for the general public. Right now, there are signs posted and big locks meant to enforce the posted hours, which say the courts are closed after 6 or 7 p.m. But neighbors say the posted hours don't seem to matter to players.
Every morning we could hear it around 6:30. They sometimes even jump over the fence to play at night. They'll bring their own lights till midnight and play. They don't regulate the courts very well.
City officials we talked to point out they recently authorized $100,000 to put up sound padding and to install magnetic locks at the courts. Some pickleball fans we talked to were skeptical. One man, who asked not to be shown on camera, said there should be no problem if the court hours are restricted and enforced, and added, it's not that loud anyway.
The noise of pickleball should be compared to the noise of the landscapers and the other people that are running their mowers and their blowers. They're just as loud as pickleball.
They said that they're going to put some pads up and around and locks, but people are still jumping over to get in there. So I think it would be best just to get rid of it.
The mayor, Yang Zhao, tells me the city will install that sound padding and the magnetic locks by November, and emphasized people jumping the fence and playing at all hours are breaking the law, and encouraged neighbors to call police.
Big fat Brian. I don't want to sell you out, bro. What the? Yo, they're putting sound pads up, bro. The pickleballers don't want it. Bro already made his valid point. They got your stupid mowers, got your stupid people fixing roads, a bunch of stupid shit going on, bro. This some pickleball, bro. Chill your fucking self out. How loud is the pickleball? You watching TV? Or you just trying to listen to the pickleball? Hey, man. Hey, turn TV off real quick. Listen. They in the park right now. You gotta turn the TV off to hear it. Focus on the TV. Drown me out. But also, bro, they putting sound pads up. You say you don't care about the sound pad. You don't care about nothing that they still going over and getting in. So now I'm saying you don't care. It ain't the sound not bothering you. So you ain't got nothing to even do with this complaint. So I shouldn't even be interviewing you. Because you don't care about the sound. All you don't want them to play pickleball at all. Okay, bro. No more pickleball, bro.
Fire crews on those front lines tonight are breathing in fumes that can cause...
Hey, no more pickleball for you, my brother. You just want it to just be moved. And I understand, bro, because tennis is way quieter, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. The ball is way quieter. You just out there all day. But then maybe people might start screaming. You like, yo, it's a nigga out there screaming, bro. You gonna be mad about something. It's definitely a quieter game, though. So I can see people being mad, like, yo, what's some little balls? Balls sound nasty. Right, them balls hard.
The paddle's harder.
Exactly. The tennis they use, the little netted boy. So everything's softer in tennis. So maybe these people love tennis, and they're just upset with the idea of people that are playing pickleball next to them. What are they playing over there? Pickleball? Not even tennis players. Yeah, too bad. Pickleball it is, my brother. I got a white influencer that I got some chicks he can bring out there. I need to let him know he needs to come out there and influence the community.
A whole lot of issues, health problems, including cancer. And on Thursday, the California Board of Pharmacy will vote on whether or not to restrict access to certain medications that many in the firefighting community rely on. Up for debate are Category 1 sterile compounds that include B12 shots and glutathione. Crystal Frost is fighting to preserve access. She's part of this movement. It's known as Stop the BOP, or Stop the Board of Pharmacy. And Crystal is here in studio tonight. Good to have you. You were with us last month, and there has been some progress in this fight to stop the BOP, in that the California Board of Pharmacy, a month ago, they were seeking to fully ban these Category 1 sterile compounds. They've since revised their language to restrict access to it. In other words, they're saying firefighting community, they could still have access to glutathione, which helps them recover after a firefight. They just need to get permission from us, essentially, in order to do this. Seems like good progress. Why is that not good enough?
Okay, well, there's a few reasons. First of all, there's a lot of answers to that question, but one of the reasons specifically is something that they're not telling you, which is that the price is going to go up exponentially. They're requiring pharmacies to do extensive additional testing that's not required for other treatments, other drugs, and powders that arrive at compounding pharmacies will have to be sent right back out to do thousands of dollars of more testing, and this testing is redundant. These are tests that would have already been done on these compounds. So prices will go up and the consumer will feel that. And I think our estimate is it'll go up at least 3 times as high. We obviously don't have the exact number for that right now. The other thing that they're not telling you is that the whole point of them writing these regulations is to sort of codify their extreme stance that they've actually had for years. They've been enforcing what we're calling underground regulations because they're not actual laws, they're not real regulations yet, and yet they've been using intimidation to try and, they've been using intimidation and lawsuits and penalizing pharmacies for producing these substances, even though they're legal. So it's had a statewide chilling effect, and pharmacies are already too scared to produce these substances, and pharmacies out of state are also too scared to sell these substances in California. So it's already hurting us.
And there's no restrictions at all for B12 shots or glutathione in any of the other states. So California would be the most restrictive. And for those saying, I don't know what glutathione is, it's a natural antioxidant that helps many, as mentioned in the firefighting community, but things like chronic fatigue, asthma, cancers, autoimmune disorders. Let's hear from somebody. This is a Bay Area firefighter who is doing her part to get her voice heard.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Ensley. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I'm out on the park fire right now, volunteering. We're exposed to incredible toxins while fighting wildland fires and structure fires, etc. Please do not remove our access to glutathione, as it's one of the only things out there that will reduce the toxins that I'm exposed to and prevent me from getting cancer.
There is a lot of public support for your movement. If this, in fact, is restricted on Thursday by the Board of Pharmacy, how dire would that be?
It would be very dire because it's essentially what they've done is they've chipped away, at compounding pharmacies and their ability to just operate like normal and other pharmacies. And these are pharmacies that are depended on by people with very, very severe health problems, people who need custom medications, and it feels to us like the Board of Pharmacy is trying to drive compounding pharmacies out of California, because we used to have 100 sterile compounding pharmacies in California and we're down to 18.
Oh,
and
wow.
so these regulations are still very, very stringent, and they're going to harm pharmacies and they're going to harm their patients. And the other thing, like I said before, is it does nothing. They've done nothing to undo the damage that's already been done with their underground regulations, which have scared pharmacies out of producing these substances in the first place. Pharmacies have faced lawsuits and a lot of consequences.
So how can people get involved? The Board of Pharmacy will meet on Thursday and public comment is welcome.
Yes. So we highly encourage that people get involved, and they can go to our website, stopthebop.com/actnow, and there's access links. They can join the board meeting, and they can give a public comment. They're going to be allotted between 2 and 5 minutes. It varies. And the other thing they can do is sign the petition, which is at change.org/stopthebop. We highly encourage people to get involved, reach out to us. They can email us. We're highly encourage people to get involved, reach out.
Website is follow up on it.
Email us. Damage. The other thing, like I said, and substances
welcome. So how can people get involved? The Board of Pharmacy.
The boy trying to stop the bop, stop the bizop, stop the bop. They say, Empress, what's your thoughts on the stop the bop movement, man?
Why are they trying to prevent this? Like, what's the point? Is there a health risk involved?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, what did they come out and say necessarily in California, right? Where they're like, nah, people using
they're not coming to get the cancer shit that's supposed to be killing them no more. Like, what?
People using the B12 shots to stay alive.
Firefighters staying alive too long. All these niggas supposed to be dead already. Like, what are they looking at?
What could be possibly the negative? Matter of fact, let's see if we can say why. Let's see. With the T. Let's see why.
Why are they banning B12 formulation?
Let's see if we can get some answers. Okay, let's see. We can watch this with non-vitamin B12 deficiency. Ban employers from marijuana screening. Governor Newsom, they ban everything. Look, ban. They ban everything over there in Cali. Book ban, California governor. Okay, so they're the ban capital. So let's see if we can. This is not necessarily in California, but let's see what it was the arguments against it.
Kima Dwarka keeps her church group on key and in tune. So when she started feeling off, her doctor discovered the likely reason for her fatigue and low energy.
She said to me, I don't know how you're standing on your feet. Your blood is so low. And so she gave me a B12 shot.
Regular follow-up shots seem to work. Now Dwarka sings the praises of B12.
I began to tell everybody I knew who would say, I am feeling tired. I said, are you taking B12?
Most of us get enough B12 from animal products such as meat, dairy, and eggs. But people with bowel disorders and vegans are vulnerable to deficiency. So are seniors who lose the ability to absorb B12 from food with age. But that doesn't mean they all need B12 shots.
I have seen many patients come into the emergency department on B12 injections without having a really good reason for it.
This specialist reviewed patient records of Ontario seniors whose doctors prescribed B12 shots, nearly 150,000 people, but almost 2/3 didn't actually have a lab-confirmed deficiency. And the public cost for all those unnecessary shots? $45 million a year.
We were surprised. We know that there was a lot of inappropriate care that happens in Canada.
B12 is having a moment. It's promoted as an energy booster, and celebrities swear by it.
A lot of this is that power of placebo.
This gerontologist rarely prescribes monthly B12 shots. He says for most seniors, store-bought tablets may actually work better, and a whole year of daily tablets costs less than one shot. But too much B12 has recently been associated with more hip fractures in older women, so unless you have a deficiency, Sinha says skip it.
B12 is one of those quiet vitamins that works in the body to help your memory, stay sharp, if you will, to actually help your nerves, stay more robust. But they're not necessarily prescribed to give people boosts of energy.
As for Kima Dwarka, she switched from B12 shots to tablets, and she still has all the energy she needs. Vic Adopia, CBC News, Toronto.
They ain't tell us nothing, but what they did tell us this, that it's people taking it unnecessarily, and that was only for Canada because it's strain on the public health. You know how they do the right? They got that type of health care over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what would this have to do with California? They got to pay for their own job. Like, is it something where the firefighters, like, what is the actual fight with the firefighters? Because, like I said, we understand this one. People taking it, they don't need it. They're on the fucking fake labs. They're not deficient.
Mm-hmm.
But this lady said it's been helping her. So the same thing with the firefighters. Maybe they're saying, yo, you don't need it. You get it in your diet, bro. You eat meat. Y'all eat meat. You don't need it. You're like, bro, I need it. I just feel better when I take it. And maybe that's what I'm saying. But in Canada, it makes sense. It's putting strain on the motherfucking public health. We don't be spending too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Who's spending the money for this one? That's making this a complaint. The companies are selling it. So like, what is the fight here? So I guess we have to figure that out. But for sure, the reason why they're making an argument about banning it is because they're saying people don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
We can kind of insinuate that's their angle. But then if we don't need it or do need it, I'm paying for it. But then they said the doctor came out and said it's causing hip fractures. Right? So maybe there's other findings.
Right.
But it's like, bro, I'm paying for it. Like, I understand the argument in Canada is universal. But what does it have to do with me? I don't have hip fractures. My mom took it. She didn't have hip fractures. My dad never took it. He died from hip fractures. Right? How could you actually argue it and make it actually a valid argument if people are using it and it's not out of your pocket? Yeah, it's not out of your pocket. It's like, bro, you have nothing to do with this shit, bro. Like, it's a little confusing. But let's see best and worst forms of B12. So he's talking about that right there. Because I've been seeing a lot of people with the supplements. Why you should take. Yeah, I don't avoid this form of B12. Yeah, it doesn't really.
This is from someone in Canada.
This dude right here?
Yeah, that banner.
He's in Canada.
That's what it's saying.
Okay, so I don't need to see him.
Vitamin B12 is an incredibly important vitamin, and it just so happens that many of you are not getting enough of it. Why is it important? Because its active forms, which we will soon discuss, are needed to create DNA and create energy inside of your mitochondria. When you don't have enough B12 in your body, these two major systems will suffer and you will end up with symptoms like macrocytic anemia, fatigue or low energy, mood changes like depression or anxiety, sleep disturbances like insomnia, cognitive and memory problems, difficulty with concentration, non-specific.
I can't see a valid reason. California considered ban on food additives. Okay, let's see if the B12 is somewhere in this food additive.
Hendrix, do you want strawberries?
Ashley and Jermaine Rawlings are careful about what they feed their two young children.
they read food labels closely.
I'm vetoing every product that comes in here just because I'm always curious, like, what's in this product.
If you can't pronounce the name, you probably shouldn't be eating it.
California could become the first state in the nation to ban the sale, manufacture, or distribution of foods containing 5 chemicals linked to cancer risk, reproductive harm, and behavioral issues in children.
These are the worst of the worst.
Assemblymember Jesse Gabriel is a sponsor of AB 418, which would prohibit the use of red dye number 3, titanium dioxide used in many candies, potassium bromate used in some breads, bromated vegetable oil, and propylparaben.
When I learned that 99% of these chemicals are not being independently reviewed by the FDA, that was my aha moment.
Dana Hunez is a senior clinical dietitian at UCLA and says the number of additives in our food supply is concerning.
The more we consume of a certain product, the more likely it is that we're going to have some of these negative effects in our body.
Thousands of chemicals are added to processed foods to provide freshness, taste, and color. Red dye number 3 has already been banned in cosmetics in the U.S. The food industry is pushing back. Nearly a dozen associations responded, saying the federal government has a comprehensive food safety process, and the 5 chemicals have been thoroughly reviewed and continue to be deemed safe.
Did you eat the first one?
For the Rawlings family,
it's crazy that I have to look at every single product to even see what's going into my child's body, what's going into my body.
They hope products with less additives adds up to better health. Danya Backus, CBS News.
She just got a new.
It's not having to do B12 either. Yeah, this B12 thing is a farce. Because like, they don't even have a whole. Matter of fact, you know what?
What about the glutamate?
Okay, I'm going to do that right after. Let's see if there's a comprehensive study.
Wake up. Giving like B12 injections to patients in the hospital before. I'm wondering why the Board of Pharmacy wants to do this so far. All I see is a bunch of people suffering from chronic illness, and firefighters are very unhappy with this. Why would the board try to push this? Is there a valid reason for restricted access?
Yeah. But that's the same question we asked, but that's why I was skip that. But
it was the wildest board meeting I ever heard. Literally no one spoke in support. The chairman was very defensive, saying that the reg changes were needed because ingredients from overseas could contain lead. What this really does.
Okay, you know what? Let me see if we can kind of Board of Pharmacy.
Previous Scott issues with his item, and I can tell you that it's pain. I no longer wheeze. I felt better. My general health took a turn for the best.
That right there is a Bay Area firefighter speaking before the California Board of Pharmacy to stop the potential ban of glutathione. That's a medication many in the firefighting community use to recover after battling massive fires. It is one of a very long list of sterile compounds that the board is trying to ban. If it is successful, California would be the only state to ban these medications. The coalition fighting back is known as Stop the BOP, or Stop the Board of Pharmacy. Here's a look at their change.org petition. It started that, has just over 1,500 signatures, needs to get to 2,500. One of the women behind it is Crystal Frost. She is based here in Los Angeles. Crystal, thanks so much for being with me tonight. What's at risk here, and why is losing access to these compounds, which are really medications for a lot of people, such a big deal?
First of all, thanks so much for having me. So this is a really long list of sterile compounds, and these are compounds that are depended on by people with absolutely horrible diseases, like cancer patients undergoing chemo, and you've got firefighters who are exposed to toxins, Lyme disease, which is what I suffer from, and long COVID. People with long COVID are also using this. It helps people so much because it's when you're under oxidative stress, your body is depleted of glutathione. Glutathione is a natural antioxidant produced by the liver, but if you have so many toxins and you have toxic overload, then you're going to be depleted of glutathione. And so the best treatment we've found as patients is to replenish that glutathione through treatment. But there's a really long list. They're trying to block access to a really long list, and this is just one of many that we're very worried about. This list also includes B12 shots, which I think a lot of people may not have heard of glutathione, but B12 shots, maybe they have. Yes, yeah. So B12 shots, methylcobalamin is the type of B12 shot that would also be on this list of compounds that would be no longer accessible.
Okay.
And they're doing it through regulation. They're basically bans disguised as regulations. So they're forbidding our sterile compounding pharmacies from producing these substances. We had a public hearing in June 18th. We attended, and we told them how we felt. All 200 attendees were strongly opposed. Kaiser Permanente was opposed. Like major medical institutions are opposed to all of these new regulations, which actually exceed federal standards in 57 different places. That was a number that was found by the Alliance for Pharmacy Compounding. They identified 57 instances. And so even though they made a few amendments since then, and they're trying to pretend that they're appeasing us, these amendments they do not help at all. What they did is they added in a slight exception saying, okay, fine, you can make these compounds as long as you do these ridiculously expensive tests that no one can afford. And so our sterile compounding pharmacies, they're mostly.
Okay, so me, as somebody acting as a representation for the Board of Pharmacy, I'm part of BOP. I ain't got nothing to do with BOP. Please don't come get me, BOP. BOP probably looking at me like, hold on, what? But say he represents, bring that shit to do with us. But nevertheless, speaking on behalf of y'all, this is what y'all doing. Sterile compounding in itself, right, is this concept of me getting some powders and putting some things together and necessarily making a compound specifically addressing things. So maybe you like Advil, but there's something in the Advil, an active ingredient that you may be allergic to. So based on my compound, I put a certain amount of things together and I make a compound. And that compound is put out to help people, right? Mm-hmm. But in the BOP's mind, the reason why they want external testing and extra testing is because throughout the history of compounding, there has been times where with sterile compounding, there has been outbreaks, right? So in 2012 in New England, there was a fungal meningitis outbreak linked to a compounding facility, right? So it's all about the processing of the compound. It's all about this whole process where things could get into the compound and all this whole thing. So they want you to send the compound back out again.
And make sure it doesn't have lead or anything.
That's what they really doing. So they're not necessarily stopping it. They wanted to stop it at first, it seemed like they were saying, but they're not stopping it. What they're doing is making it harder and making it an extra process, a 3 that you got to go to. But now that's going to affect the person that's been getting it and it's been helping them.
She said it's a plethora of them on the list. I wonder if ivermectin is on the list.
I don't know if that's a compound in particular, because like I said, when I'm looking at it, let me see if I can get a comprehensive list on it. But
yeah, because what it sounds like is the population is not being controlled as well as they would like it to be controlled. Because a lot of these people sound like they're in fatal situations.
yeah, but this is, like I said, this is just like a Dr. Inky. This is like any of those doctors. That's what they're doing. They're compounding.
Yeah, holistic alternative medicine.
Yes, ma'am. So that's actually what they're doing, but they're fighting against it based on using precedents, right? Telling you about the New England situation and telling you about these different situations where they're like, yo, look at this. Look at this. Okay, look at this then. And then they're saying sometimes they pull it because it's really ineffective. And that's what I'm saying. So now they're probably looking at like, yo, did you do a double blind test? All these different tests. Because I heard them saying that about Joe Rogan them. I heard they say Joe Rogan them getting sued because they didn't do a double blind, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I just seen Joe the other day, damn near a week ago, saying, nigga, yeah, we did a double blind test. And I heard a bro criticizing him like, yo, you getting sued for that, nigga. You didn't do a double blind test. So he like, yo, Joe don't know nothing. So like, it's all these different angles. That's what I'm basically saying. On her side, on their side, they're like, yo, this shit ain't working, bro. I'm looking at the test. It's literally not changing anything in your chemical compounds. Like, I don't see anything changing in your makeup. And you like, bro, I just took it and I feel better. What do you mean you don't see nothing changing in me? It's not helping me. Yeah, bro, that's just more, bro, like, did you do a double blind test? Because I don't believe it. Why you don't believe it? Because you ain't make it? It's not one of your motherfucking compounds that you run around with making your billions of dollars. But she's saying that Kaiser Permanente and all them big bros, these are big giant bros, they coming out and they like, nah, we ain't part of that shit either. We don't like it. So I don't know if this is a big guy versus little guy war. Not exactly sure, but yeah,
something remarkable.
They're looking to ban it.
Ranking as the
they're looking to ban it. They checking. They're like, yo, I don't like the way it's coming off, so we banning it. But right now, they don't have no valid reasons. And I'm really saying valid reason in this case, like they have
absolutely
set a precedent in this case of like why they need to go get these people in. Yeah, they're not saying anything. So maybe, like I said, well,
loss of profits.
I'm trying to find the board meeting. Hopefully we'll find that eventually, but I don't know.
Absolutely the worst thing I've ever been through.
23-year-old Alexis Lorenz has been sharing her excruciatingly painful health struggle on social media.
Fell asleep and woke up like this. And all they want to do is inject me with more stuff.
On September 10th, Alexis was admitted to UCI Medical Center in Orange for treatment of PNH, a rare blood disorder.
What they expressed to me was that in order to get treatment for her pre-existing condition, she needed to be vaccinated in order to continue treatment. And if she didn't abide by getting the vaccinations, they would have to let her go home.
For religious reasons, Alexis and her family have lived most of their lives without vaccinations. But when faced with the possibility of receiving no treatment for her condition, Alexis says she ultimately agreed to the hospital's requirement of receiving 3 vaccines: meningitis, pneumonia, and tetanus. Within 10 minutes, she had an extreme adverse reaction.
This is not okay. Please share this video. Please spread this. Please show what they're doing to me, please.
It's quite obvious that she wasn't breaking out in any type of rash or anything previous to getting the 3 shots.
She lost vision in both eyes. She started bleeding out of her nose. She started vomiting, and then these purple patches under her skin started appearing at the top of her head and then just started spreading, and it's now covering pretty much all of her body.
Alexis gave UCI Medical Center permission to release her records and discuss her case with Fox 11 News. But despite repeated calls and emails, UCI Media Relations has not responded.
I feel like she deserves so much better than what she's gotten.
Samantha Lorenz has been by her sister's side the entire time. She alleges hospital staff were slow to address the adverse reaction.
She started getting all of these, like, it kind of looked like pimples at first, but she was completely clean-faced. And then within the night, it progressed so badly. But they did absolutely nothing about it. They should have started treating her right away. They should have started helping her right away. I'm beyond scared, and everything on my body hurts.
Alexis is slow.
It is absolutely the worst thing I've ever been through.
23-year-old.
But, like I said, no precedent to ban anything. Precedents to ban everything. That's my.
Why did they give her a pneumonia one? Why did she get a pneumonia one?
It's all blood. I would only imagine that it's all type of blood shit. She got this rare blood genetic, John. Like, yo, we about to do blood work. I want to make sure your iron levels and everything good. And I want to make sure it ain't nothing necessarily to the side. I don't know what the fuck they was doing. But this is interesting though, because like I said, what you realize though is the same way they want to ban compounds is the same way they have precedents to ban these medical jobs. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's precedents for everything. You can tell me about the 2013 case. There's precedents. For sure there's precedent. Yeah, bro, they didn't sterilize this. This got thousands of people sick. Cool. But what you gonna say, this is just only one person. And that's how y'all use these studies. And that's the funny thing about this whole thing, right? We always say it's one person. And that one person be you. Nobody cares. It's just one person though. Yeah, but that family cares. It ain't just one fucking person, bro. It's thousands of people that gotta witness this and understand, hold on, what happened. And then now people just say, yo, I don't wanna go to the hospital ever. And maybe the hospital can help. But just this whole distrust and this whole like stupidity where like somebody just said they didn't want to take anything. What is the second hand of it where it's like, yo, if she didn't take it and would have did this, she would have died, da da da. She refused to take it. You can't write down. I know y'all love writing people refuse to do shit. Write it down. She refused to do it. So we went in further with the blah 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 blah, and she died. Maybe the family be mad about that too. But I'm saying this whole head black because the blood is in her head. The blood, like, what's going on? What solutions are y'all coming in with now? I don't know, bro. It's a little confusing though. That y'all always think y'all have precedents for things. This is in California, bro. This is why this video is being played. Right after the other one, we discussed this whole California situation. We're banning things, we're banning things, we're banning things. I'm not saying we shouldn't ban things. But I'm saying, what is the precedent? And then once you present the precedent, I say, well, what about the other things that you pushing that also has precedent? Right? Because everything that you pushing likewise has precedent. There's this whole setup, nigga, where it's like I can go back and say, well, what about that person? What about the time that Harry Lax came in there and y'all blah 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 her? I don't know if she necessarily agreed to it. I heard the story about her family being mad and they wanted to see her and this whole, I know. Right? I'm just saying, bro, people have precedent for everything. So when you come out just saying, yo, we want to ban B12, like, maybe there is a board meeting that's special that we didn't get a chance to see. And like I said, I'm going to do a little more research after the show just to probably come back on the Sunday show just with fulfillment. But, man, right now, y'all don't have no precedent to ban anything unless y'all ban everything, bro. That's my main thing. You can ban shit. You can say, yo, we don't want that. Cool. But make sure you banning everything. Make sure on that list of bans, you banning everything. You banning the meningitis. You banning everything that caused this situation. Because that's a bad situation. Anything that caused anything else, autism, anything, you banning that. Everything need to be banned. And then you're going to say, yo, we can't directly link that to that. Well, cool. You can't directly link this to that. Who gave you a direct link to this one? Where you was like, yeah, the B12, the formulation, da-da-da. Where's those people? Bring the negative people to the front. Let me see what they saying about the B12. I heard about a lady, you said she broke her hip, but that was in Canada. Right? And like I said, Canada just mad about the fact that they gotta pay it. And people asking for it. Yeah, it's funny as fucking Canada, bro. Niggas asking for it, and you gotta pay it. It's like being a sanctuary city, and like a migrant wanna come, an immigrant wanna come to your shit. Yeah, they gotta come, bro. Chill out. Don't be so mad, bro. You remember the whole time we was acting like we was cool, making everybody else seem like they was racist? Look at them. They don't want no migrants in their stuff, boy. I'm telling you, we not like that.
Because is that one on the list too with the IV, John? Where it pretty much replenishes all of their nutrient levels and stuff.
Let me see. I can get a list of it. I can get the list for sure. Compound and sterile preparation. This is a whole job. Let me see if I can get this. They tell you right there how to make the sterile compounds. Give me a name of the different ones though. Let's see if we can get some common names, man. This is chemical compounds and their common names and formulas. For every chemical compound, there will be a chemical name. Nah, this ain't that. Yeah, this ain't that. Let me see if I found B12 on here. Then I can sodium hydroxide. Ammonia.
Hey, Dessalines, you make this beat?
But she survived it, right? That's all that matters. Everybody wanna get mad, but I get madder. When I say I get madder, that mean I take up space. Niggas calling them blue all in his face. Nigga, you old blue ass boy. You blue black. Matter of fact, let me see your arms. I take that back. Nigga, you look gray. What the fuck did you do to your face? Did you not rub it on your arms? How your hands not blue? But your face so blue. Did you dump your hand in the fucking your head in the water, nigga? What did you do? Goddamn, Paul. You messed yourself up. You used to be a handsome white guy. That's what they said, bro. But now you blue. You look like a smurf. The biggest organ is the skin, so bro wanted to rub it on cause he was tired of looking thin. But he said it killed all his ailments, even his wife drinking it. So maybe it's working. He just learned a lesson. He was the first crash dummy. Don't rub it on your skin. You was the first crash dummy. The man that you watched that taught you that shit, that said drink that silver water, stupid shit. Did you see him rub it on his skin? Why the fuck would you take it to that level? See when people take it to another level that the person didn't take it to. That's how you do it.
No one really knows. No one as yet has been able to prove or disprove. And so it remains in limbo, a part of that vast, uncharted world of psychic phenomena beyond our explanation.
Meek, you better go ahead and spin that block and start beating with Drake. Fuck that, nigga. Gather up all your fucking hate. Niggas can't hate you against Drake. Let's really see who much they hate. Fuck that. You gotta do your thing. Time debate. Niggas calling you all type of funny names. Everybody saying that you acting real. Hey, they see you and Diddy in the same outfit. They started making jokes and shit. Goddamn, bro. I don't really know what to say, yo. They coming for you. They coming for you. They coming for you. They coming for you, my boy. I don't want them to do it. What you said about that? Eat fast. But man, like I said, that's the main thing though. Me personally, I'm never in the music industry. I don't give a fuck about what none of them boys got going on. And for some reason they never talk about Lido or Trip. So like I really don't be on none of them shit. But even today I seen videos about Diddy and stuff. Yeah. That's a big situation. But I do gotta speak about that Diddy situation.
It didn't make sense for me to be
Faison Love reacts to the amount of baby oil found in Diddy's mansion.
I need y'all to help me. We all heard about Puffy, and I see a lot of people, yay, yay, yay. I'm confused. The Cassie thing, I understand. I think you should definitely lock this neck. Put hands on the young lady.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
When has been a federal crime? And I'm glad they told me. I didn't know there was a limit on baby oil. We get ashy, but getting a few, because I'm getting a few, because we get ashy, but you get a massage or something or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Please tell us the new rules for this. Because maybe they're not new rules, actually, because I think it was 1800s. There was this very famous boxer named Jack Johnson, and he was whooping ass. Everybody ass, but mostly white ass. He was whooping a lot of white ass. And he had a white Mae West. They couldn't stop this black. So they gave him traffic. In the 1800s, taking white.
Alright, you cut out the man saying that they gave him traffic tickets. What are you cutting out in the videos, bro? All you're doing is cutting out the context of the video. The brother earlier said that, when has it been illegal to be nasty? You cut nasty out. When has it been legal to be? What are you cutting out, my brother? You are a nonsensical brother. I can't take you serious for that. I can't take you serious for that, my boy. Yeah, anybody that watches this channel, bro. But, like I said, I'm not gonna do the Diddy thing tonight. I'm probably gonna do that Sunday if I do it. But maybe my brother don't know. It's a litany of things against Did. I don't think it's necessarily about the baby oil per se. And I agree with you right there, though, because I do want to say that. I think anytime they come out with, like, sexual things, that's always the dumbest, John. Those jobs don't really mean anything. Those are not crimes. Those are not, shut up, bro. Unless somebody raped somebody, because I'm trying to make my job for the kids, too. Unless somebody raped someone, like, a child listening to this, like, somebody raped someone? Oh, he threw a bunch of grapes on him? That's crazy. You can't grape nobody around here, bro. Anyways, bro.
And you want to bust a grape and a fruit fight.
Did I grape you right now? What? And then our kids saying crazy stuff. Because they said...
Crash out.
Because you had to euthanize a word, and now the youth using it funny. And now you just listening to it like, hold on, bro. Nah, that ain't how you using it.
Perfect.
So, I don't know. This is a little strange, but maybe he ain't hear about everything. But like I said, bro, it was a litany of other things, bro. But before Diddy go anywhere, and Diddy get caught up in anything, Harvey's still out here, bro. Harvey need I need Harvey case to be done. Harvey got a case coming out. He just beat some new charges and stuff.
You talking about Weinstein, right?
Yeah. Harvey just recently beat some charges. Yeah, he just beat some charges.
court cases. Look, and 2 days ago, Harvey Weinstein pleads not guilty to new sex crime charge in New York. Harvey Weinstein, accuser wins big against Disney. Let me see, bro. But like I said, bro, Harvey getting some stuff dismissed, bro. The Harvey Weinstein sexual assault case will not be dismissed. So they brought it back. Yo, the public, they was mad about the public being so mad. I'm telling you, bro, this public outroar, bro, it's so sad in these times, bro. Like I said, he's supposed to be behind the bars, but it's funny that, like,
time's up.
But he keep on pleading not guilty, though.
Because you needed something and I gave you something.
Oh, and he just had heart surgery? Nah, man, take my little heart out, bro. Yeah, just leave me right here with the heart on the fucking gun. No, they want to punish you, Harvey. All those things you did. That's the first time he was seen after heart surgery. That's how he looking right now. I don't know if you feel sorry for him. These are pictures he want people to feel sorry for him. He protected him, though.
He survived the surgery.
Did you see him?
I know people who ain't made it.
Harvey Weinstein said to be arraigned on additional sex charges in New York on Wednesday. That was 3 days ago. He pleaded not guilty again. That is crazy. But yeah, like I'm saying, Harvey Weinstein case need to be done before I hear anything about Diddy. Diddy ain't got nothing to do with nothing right now. But what I was saying though, I'm not sure if Faison heard or seen any of the documents. It ain't just the baby oil, my brother. But definitely any sexual crime that ain't got nothing to do with like no rape or no force or nothing like that, or like you doing anything to nobody against their will, I don't care about it. I don't care about it. I don't care about you telling me about a brother and his wife and them cheating.
Because Cassie already got paid.
Bro, that's a legit situation. Like I said, they both run around hitting each other and doing nonsense in that video to me. I seen two people chasing each other. We don't know where the video started from. We don't even know. Like, so it's a whole little scam, bro. Same thing like with the Kanika Jenkins situation. You know how fishy that situation was. Even to this day, fishy, just odd situation. Somebody just going to some shit. They like, yo, people can't lift that up by themselves. Drunk, lift it up by this. All this crazy. But yeah.
You saying when you're drunk, your body it gets hot, right?
But people can't lift that up by themselves. And it's not been a case like that in history. And the cameras are looking at the door. Everything in that situation is fishy. So that's what I'm saying. When stuff fishy, bro, I gotta get to the bottom of that stuff before I get to the bottom of other things. So yeah, in Diddy's situation, like I said, bro, there is some stuff that it's like, but a lot of it has nothing to do with nothing. A lot of little sexual stuff and that and this, I don't know what I have anything to do with, but man, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, you need to get your situation handled first, bro, so I can cover this Diddy situation with the bigger that I need. But right now, I'm still like, bro, you out here. Somebody allowed you to be free and speak. Not free, but like I'm saying, like you getting surgery, you doing all type of shit. You doing all type of stuff, bro. Why? You still pleading not get, like, what you doing? And then I'm thinking maybe you selfish, cause you wasting the money. You ain't got no use to nobody that need the money. You wasting the money fighting battles. Look at you. Say you get out, what you gonna do? I can see Bill wanting to get out. Bill doing little dances. I can see my boy. I'm not black. I'm OJ wanting to get out. Cause he believe OJ. He gotta enjoy himself. Harvey, what you got? See, maybe Harvey ain't. See, that thing, Harvey might get out, bro, and just go crazy.
Make some movies.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he got big plans, but why he want to get out? Because even if he want to write a movie, he could write the movie, give it to his kids. He don't no use. If he don't got no use, he don't really got nothing to live for because he's done.
He need that couch.
What couch?
The one he cast on.
Harvey can't do that no more. Well, I guess he can still look at stuff. Let me see it.
Get some inspiration.
Let me see it.
Can't watch no women in there.
But Harvey is debilitated though. You seen him?
Wheelchaired out. Trying to get some pity from the jury.
But you saying nothing wrong with him though.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Basically, you trying to get some pity from the jury. Ain't nothing wrong with that boy.
Of pools across central Texas. The KVUE defenders first told you about concrete cancer back in April.
Since then, KVUE has shown how it's devastated homeowners, triggered hundreds of lawsuits, and caused many pool builders and concrete companies to go bankrupt. KVUE's Darrenisha Heron joins us now live here in the studio. Darrenisha, this problem's now affecting the local real estate market.
That's right, Brian and Quita. Experts say pools built between 2017 and 2023 are at risk of alkali silica reaction, or ASR, now commonly known as concrete cancer, which can make your pool useless and impossible to fix, all because of a faulty concrete mix. Concrete cancer can take months, even years to appear, and we found people are unknowingly buying homes with impacted pools, while local realtors say they've received no guidance from their trade groups or state regulators.
There's like a couple of cracks right here. You can see a frog swimming.
Azhurnikov can laugh a little bit about his situation, but the fact that he's staring at a huge financial hole,
it's totally unusable right now. It's just upsetting to see this.
Hasn't been much to crack up about.
It's totally devastating. We got this house just because it had a pool.
Azhurin says he uprooted his family from Boston in 2022 and bought this Round Rock home, not knowing the pool has concrete cancer.
It was not obvious.
About 6 months later, he started seeing the initial symptoms like calcium buildup and small cracks.
It looked cosmetic because it was just a white mark, so I was not too worried. And also there was an inspection which was done for the pool when we got the house.
He trusted his inspector's report, which didn't even mention the pool. But within months after moving in, he saw the cracks get bigger.
Eventually I started losing water.
And his water bill doubled. Azhurin saw our concrete cancer coverage on KVUE and learned his pool cannot be fixed and would need to be demolished and rebuilt.
And that would cost me around $150K or more.
He says the pool was completed in December of 2021, just 6 months before his family of 3 moved in. The previous homeowners, have you spoken to them about this?
I've been trying for like a couple of months, trying to follow up with my realtors multiple times. And the only response I've gotten from them is saying seller is not responding, which I feel is very weird.
Do you feel like they knew about this?
I'm not sure.
Cody Pools is the builder. We reached out. CEO Mike Church would not go on camera, but tells us the warranty contract is not transferable if the property is sold.
I was not notified about that when I got the house. Not by the realtors, not by the previous owner, obviously, or not by the inspection company. So I had no clue.
Azhurin retained a lawyer, but says once Hotcrete, one of the concrete suppliers for Cody Pools, filed for bankruptcy in April, the lawyer dropped his case. The KVUE defenders found hundreds of lawsuits filed against pool construction companies and concrete contractors across Central Texas, with many builders, including Cody Pools, pointing to a few concrete companies and quarries for the faulty concrete. And now, with the defect impacting home buyers and home sellers, some say realtors must beware for their clients.
This has been happening now for a while. I've known about this now for a year. And so we are overdue as far as I'm concerned. Big cracks here, coming off here.
Real estate broker Kimberly Mills has experienced the issue from both sides.
We have some pretty big cracks in our pool now, and they just show up.
In 2023, she learned her pool in Leander has concrete cancer.
It was just about that time I was learning that a client of mine that I was selling their home were experiencing cracks. They had used the same pool builder.
Kimberly says she's helped clients remove their pools and landscape the space before selling.
So not only did they just spend, almost $40,000 to have the pool removed and landscape done, but now we have, a loss in the value of the home that we're selling.
Mills says she made the choice to disclose all information to buyers, but she worries not enough is being done to get the word out to real estate agents.
I'm still finding so many agents that don't know that this is going on.
We reached out to the Austin Board of Realtors in April to see what guidance it's giving its members. ABOR denied our interview request and originally said in an email concrete cancer hasn't been brought to their attention by its members, and its purpose is not to monitor and educate members on construction defects. Surprising to members like Kimberly.
That's the most important piece right now, is that the agents are aware, because they're the ones that are helping their client call the inspector. They don't have to be the expert, but I think sending out a notification that we seem to be experiencing this issue in Central Texas.
The Austin Board of Realtors followed up with a statement saying in part, quote, a Central Texas realtor can connect buyers with a licensed inspector who's experienced in pool inspections and knows to look for construction defects such as ASR. This ensures that the buyer is fully informed about the property's condition, end quote. Something Anjern wishes he was insured.
It felt like this was definitely not fair.
The realtor who listed the house for sale before Arjern bought it tells us they were not aware of concrete cancer and has not heard from his agent. In fact, she said she never heard about the defect until I told her about it. We reached out to Arjern's home inspector to see if they knew to look for concrete cancer back in 2022, but we haven't heard back yet. We also reached out to the Texas Real Estate Commission, which issues real estate licenses. The agency confirmed sellers of residential property and their real estate agents are legally required to disclose all known defects to potential buyers. You can see the Real Estate Commission's full statement with this story on KVUE.com. For the KVUE Defenders, I'm Darren Shaharan, KVUE News.
Full of water.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long ago she found out, but yeah, it looked like she was gonna start losing water. But yeah, she kept her pool. That's for right now. So maybe she gonna use it till the
water bill get too crazy.
She gonna throw the $40 on there, $40K on there. That's wild. But yeah, the previous. I guess, but did they tell the realtor? But why would them and the realtor mess it up?
The inspector is the problem here.
Yeah.
The inspector didn't even do the pool inspection.
He sucked.
He's a third party. He's not getting paid. That's not his business.
Because if I'm selling the house, I'm trying to get the house off. Yeah, it's a crack in the roof. Structural damage. Can we not tell him about it? You legally gotta tell him. But if I don't tell you, then you legally don't know. All right, well I ain't gonna tell you then. So I definitely feel for bro, but definitely like Empress is saying, what the hell did the inspector do? What I'm paying you for? You came in and did nothing, bro. You just looked at something and then called me and said, yeah, it's good. It's a good property.
Yeah, I stayed in apartments all my life. It's good. Oh, the pool? Oh, no, I'm going to the pool later. No, did you inspect the pool? My phone broke up. What you said? All right, y'all boys, I'm finna wrap this. I'm just imagining what type of inspectors they be sending out there.
In South Texas.
As long as the background check clear.
In South Texas.
Send them out.
Matter of fact, let me see if I can find is there a list that they should have?
Of house inspectors.
South Texas house inspectors. inspection. South Texas drill permit. Let me see. This is wild. Yeah, I want to see if there's like a big like listing of that, bro. Because this ain't fair.
Site today, I'm going to show you how to do a pool inspection. So, the very first thing is the control panel.
They do it in Charlotte.
Okay, here we have an overall of the, let me widen the view a little bit.
Are you about to put an offer on a property that has a pool? If you are, I'm going to help you decide if you need a home inspector to look at your pool or you need a pool company to come and look at your pool. So what are the difference between a home inspector and a pool company? A home inspector is going to look at the pool, determine just the general structural performance of the pool. It'll operate your equipment and just to make sure everything is operational and functioning. A pool technician or a pool company can come in and give you prices on everything they find, and then also they can do a more detailed intrusive test, so they can take things apart, and the main thing is they can give you prices. So a home inspector, he's going to come out and identify problems and say, hey, you need a pool technician. A pool technician is going to be able to identify problems and give you solutions. All right, so in this video, I'm going to give you 5 steps as a home buyer to determine if you need a pool technician or a home inspector. All right, let's check it out. All right, step 1, what I want you to do is actually just look at the inside structure of the pool. What you're going to do is you're just looking for any type of surface defects or cracking. Super easy to spot.
But if you lying, you'll just go get a home inspector. He'll just run through real quick. But he's supposed to come through and supposed to say, yo, you need a pool technician. So he didn't do his job either. Okay, so because I'm trying to see like who all wrong is it, but definitely the home inspector too. Because like.
Eventually you're going to run into one of these. A home inspection report. It's a list of the home's perceived defects as compiled and documented by a home inspection professional. In my time as a carpenter in the field, I handled a lot of these reports. And I saw them cause a lot of headaches for home sellers and buyers because these reports are often very opaque, as is the home inspection industry itself. So today I'm going to take a little time to give a carpenter's perspective on home inspections. I'm going to try to shine a light into the corners of this growing and changing industry, and hopefully this will help you understand and deal with the inspection process in the future. That's coming up next on the Honest Carpenter Show. Is this a big deal? Maybe so, maybe not. Many of these institutions are very thorough, and they have very rigorous certification processes that require hours of in-field training. On top of that, about 30 states have some licensing requirements that inspectors have to qualify for every year. And that's all good. But the problem is that still doesn't teach a person much about how houses are actually built. And this confuses many potential home buyers because they mistakenly perceive inspectors as being home construction experts. But these days, there's really no need for an inspector to be a home construction expert because that's not their job. A home inspector actually only has a tiny scope of duties. And none of those duties have anything to do with fixing houses or even understanding the contracting industry. The only responsibility a home inspector has is identifying and documenting visible flaws on a home. That's it. Inspectors are required to be nothing more than a trained set of eyes that will enter a house you're looking to buy, examine the visible surfaces, and document visible problems. They won't peek or appear behind things. They won't take your house apart for research. They won't even suggest what can actually be done about the problems they find. And they won't do these things because they're not really allowed to. Home inspectors are bound in on all sides by liability and legal hazards. And when they're conducting an inspection, they'll almost always err on the side of caution, which can drastically limit your report. For instance, home inspectors will often request that the current homeowner move things away from walls, leave access doors unlocked, and make the house as navigable as possible. They do this because they aren't legally allowed to touch or move those things on their own. And on top of that, they don't want to. They're not furniture movers. Again, that's not their job. They're just supposed to move through a house freely and observe what can be seen mostly from a standing position. They will open electrical panels, sink cabinets, and possibly furnace panels. And to some extent, they'll climb into your crawl space and attic and look around. But this only goes so far. Oftentimes, they won't even force their way into really small enclosures and spaces. And as a result, things will often get missed on your report. Whether it's because visible damage is hidden behind a bunch of junk, or it's concealed in a very hard-to-reach corner, major things will sometimes fail to show up on an inspection report.
Okay, grand open, grand closing, guys.
That background check clear? You got eyeballs? Bring them in.
Very, like bro say, very, very opaque, bro.
You gotta get you a roof technician, a garage technician, a pool technician, a roof technician, a light fixture technician.
There's no reason to get a home inspector until, I guess, at the end, if you want them to value it. But then you might as well get an appraiser by that time. There's no reason for it, bro. Because
your defects coming in, unless you're trying to get it for the low. And you dealing with the cancers and the defects.
Because you saying literally all the bread I do is be like, man, I ain't about to move that heavy ass table. when we moved in, them pictures that was on there, people ain't moving pictures, them table. Ain't moving nothing. Right, so man, that home inspectors, I don't want y'all to lose y'all job.
Big business, man. Big business.
But I wish I was standing right next to y'all with a sign saying I'm a home inspector too. Pay me, I'll look around. Like what, nigga? All you doing is visible flaws.
I'm a home inspector and an appraiser.
I got big
and how
eyes.
much you charge you? $400K. Oh no, this is a $200K house.
Come
the
on,
pool
bro.
got cancer.
Come on, bro.
The pool got cancer.
I got big eyes, bro. There's no way that I'm not gonna see some flaws. I'm gonna look right up and be like, okay, yep, everything good. That's me.
And I'm looking at it. August through June, your pool underwater. Yes, sir. This is a flood zone. So you down to 135K. Yeah, it's a big house. It look glorious from the front, but brother, that backyard full of water. That's why they put the pool back there.
But if you sell it for so much, you can take the pool off of it, sell it for 200K, use the extra 40K, fill the pool in, and just landscape that out. Pool gone.
Just turn the pool into a garden.
Yo, I'd be so mad. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, you gonna have a little calcium in your fruits and veggies.
Like, man, if you move from Boston, you probably want a pool. They're like, bro, pool, well, I'm probably moving to somewhere nice.
Do you need the pool? No, you don't. Put the 40K down. Fill the pool in.
Do you really need the pool?
Do you need that high water bill?
It's 3 of us. Me, my wife, and my youth.
Do you need it or do you want it, brother? Because if you want it, we can give it to you.
I need it, bro, because I had plans to shoot baskets with my son in the pool. You seen a ball in the pool? Frog enjoying the pool more than me. Everybody need the pool. This South Texas. If you don't think it's hot in South Texas?
Alright, we're just going to bring the home inspector in. Come on. No technicians. No technicians. Nah, y'all not coming over here.
Bro, that's fucked up, bro. But, like, is it his fault, too? Because he's supposed to his own people in, too, right?
That brother ain't had no due diligence of any sorts. Boy seemed like he was trying to run up out of Boston. A whole bunch of racists in Boston.
Yeah, I know his family probably just mad at him. Or he probably more so mad.
Because he really wanted the pool. He's trying to see his wife's booty cheeks.
He wanted that pool. And the pool got cancer. The whole time I heard him talking about concrete cancer, I'm scared. I'm like, bro, concrete? I'm thinking people walking on concrete. So I used to be like, man, I remember being in the pool and my bottom of my feet used to burn. I'm like, bro, pool is going to be concrete.
Why not? You swallowing some of the water a little bit?
Nah, I'm saying, I'm not saying that not. I'm just saying that wasn't the premise of this whole shit. But when I first seen like concrete cancer, I was waiting to present it to y'all. Like, man, y'all be careful out there in the pools.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I remember as a child standing in the bottom of the pool and nigga, my feet used to start burning, bro. And that's why I was like, oh, that's why they got pool shoes. You never supposed to be walking in the pool. I was gonna make up a whole theory the whole night after I watched that John. But yeah, all of it was fake. The concrete cancer is that the concrete actually got cancer in their mind. They say because it's breaking down, it's eating at itself.
Mm-hmm.
Cracks just coming from nowhere because the bro put a bad mix. He mixed fucking some type of random broken up rocks, some nice pebbles, but he got the fucking sand that they stole. The sand is not binding well like the dirt, the muddy dirt that we usually use for the concrete for the pools. He didn't get that. He didn't get a good mixture. And now Cody Pools. You heard what Cody Pools hit him with?
You sold that house? Oh, nah, you bought it. Ooh. Yeah, I remember that house. Matter of fact, Bill. Yeah, Bill and Tina used to live in that house. Yeah. Nah, we can't do nothing for you, buddy.
And
if Bill and Tina was still in the house, we might be able to help you.
You should be good because that was only a year ago, 2021.
Oh, he do one of those. Pick them up first and throw them down. Nah, you should be good. A year and 2 months. All right, yeah, you still in the warranty time. And what's your name again? Allah Akbar. That's not what the papers say.
No, you from South Texas?
The papers say Bill and Tina as a beneficiary of the warranty.
You're not from South Texas, are you, boy? Where you from? Boston?
You better go back to the concrete makers, because Cody Pools can't help you.
It's only 865 of us in this fucking town, dude, and we never fucking seen you, dude. You're from Boston with your fucking nice family. You want to raise fucking property rents.
He's the immigrant. Ain't nobody innocent.
Yeah. Cody Pools say, fuck you, bro. Transfers don't work. And then I hope. And that's the thing. Maybe Cody Pool documented it too. They got it in their book. House been sold. Cause I'm thinking I'm coming back, and I'm just gonna tell the homeowners about it. Send them up there.
You heard what the homeowners doing. Seller, no response. No response on the seller. No response on the seller. Hey, no response on the realtor neither.
Because all the seller trying to do is get legal. And he just like, bro, legally, I don't have to answer. But bro say he got a lawyer. He trying to get the situation handled. That shit fucked up though. But man, this is the world, bro. Cause Cody Pool told you that right in your face, but you see none of them proud of it. Same thing with UCI. They weren't proud of it, nigga. The girl said, nigga, release my documents. Talk about me.
No.
Talk about me.
No.
I'm okay with it.
Yes.
They said, nah, I ain't answering no calls. We good. She said we can speak about it. Nah, we good. We're not speaking about it. She can say whatever she want to say, but like y'all doctor, I thought y'all want to come out quick behind this, but initially they probably did. Oh man, we know we can't speak on the situation because of the client. Well, we spoke to the client. The client said that speak about it. So yeah, shout y'all out though, man. We gotta get out of here. Thank everybody for coming through on this Free-Fri situation. Thank Empress. Look at Empress, man. By next time y'all see Empress, what this is the 21st. Yeah, next time y'all see Empress down there, Empress gonna be mad. You all in the cast. You're not gonna be here, bro. You might have to be in another cast room, calling in on the cast.
I call in.
You like doing that. You like the sound of that. No, you're gonna be sitting right here. You can call in. But yeah, we gotta get up out of here, Empress. Do your thing, sister.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another wonderful, educational, and knowledgeable Freestyle Friday at the Wise Magi Godcast YouTube channel. If you did enjoy the video, remember to like and share with family and friends. If you want to check out our latest videos, remember to go under the live tab to check out our latest videos. Highly recommend that you guys tune in while we are live to catch any and everything. But on the playback, nothing is guaranteed. Video may be privated, unlisted, so on and so forth. So make sure you guys tune in while we're live. If you guys have any feedback, please feel free to jump in the comment section. Let us know what you guys are thinking. How do you guys feel about the cast? Think about the cast, so on and so forth. Anything else, Professor Asnati?
No, ma'am, not at the moment. That's good, but to stop it. I might have more, but if we do, we'll just pop back in. We in control of our own destination, man.
Yes, sir. Subscribe if you feel the need to. If not, bon voyage. Until then, stay black, balance, logic, and knowing. And Shabbat Shalom.
I don't know. Oh, the hand claps. Let me get that hand clap. Let me get that hand clap. Police threw me out of the club because I ain't know how to act.